Woo! Shabba-labba-doo-ba.
End of the day. Wow.
Hey.
Oh man.
Make sure Kristen's mic is on.
Is everyone's mic recording? Can we just get a test? Yeah, it looks good to me.
All right, as long as Kristen's mic is on.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back and we're better. How's everybody feeling? What's the temperature in the room?
What's the temp? How we feeling?
71 degrees in here.
What's the energy like?
You know what I'm saying? Cheers.
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 Before I take my first sip.
Cheers. Kristen, cheers. To a great episode.
205.
A great episode.
205.
End of the day pod.
Wow, it's been 5 years.
Wow.
Of what? Since we've been recording?
I don't know. Has it been?
I mean, I've been on the podcast since we've been together.
That's valid. That's valid. It actually might have been longer than that.
It might be longer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if we go to the first episode and see
that just shows you how many days we take off.
Yeah, we take off mad time. We don't give a fuck.
That's $1.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's right.
It's another $1.
We upped it to $1.
How did we do? Last week we actually did pretty good. Last week.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not even keeping tabs. We
did actually really good last week. Actually.
Yeah, but calling it out really keeps us on track.
It keeps us on our toes.
It's a thought of paying $1,
on
right?
my tippies.
Wow.
That was good. Yeah.
You should do it again. And longer.
Is that the bar, Kristen? I don't know the bar.
High heels on my tippies.
High
Dolce
heels
and Gabbana.
on my tippies. You see how Kristen just knew that shit?
Dolce and Gabbana, that's on my titties.
High heels.
Pop me better.
Look at her. She know the whole verse. She knows
right, the dicky.
Lyrical genius lyrical.
That's pretty good too.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into it, guys. Woo!
Yeah, I think Kendrick Warren.
Bro, you guys actually care about that shit?
What? So do you.
No, but like you really care, bro. They don't know who you are, bro.
You were just glazing Drake.
It's Monday. Y'all don't got work. Or, like you're worried about Twitter. You need to be worried about Indeed, bro. You need to be worried about LinkedIn.
So now all of a sudden you're just not a Drake fan.
I'm a music fan.
Okay.
Before anything, bro. I'm a fan of music first and foremost. So
all right, bro.
Like I'm just enjoying all these new songs.
Okay, if you're not biased, then who won?
Who won?
Yeah.
Us, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Can't you see that?
No.
It's not about sides. Like, you guys are on Genius trying to dissect lyrics. How about you try to be a genius?
What?
Wow.
Okay, but you were not saying this 2 days ago.
You got to know the right time to back out. Choose yourself. Choose peace.
You're not J. Cole, bro.
You know, don't be worried about outside sources.
Wait, bro. Kendrick just dropped again.
No, what did he say?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. No, he didn't. False alarm.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
I was worried about Adonis, bro.
Okay.
I was worried about Lil Bro.
Oh, you can't choose sides. You must choose peace. Some troll shit right there. That's some troll stuff right there.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy T.
T Will exclusive.
It's your boy Sin.
Sin exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Oh, I like that.
Hi.
I like that.
You are now one of my LA employees.
On my tippies. High heels on my tippies.
Hey, yeah.
High
That's
heels
on my tippies.
on and Chanel on my titties.
That's it.
I just had to play that snippet because that was hilarious.
That snippet is funny. That's who was that?
I'm actually not even recording video, so I just started the video. Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. But you guys can still get the intro of voices and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
that intro was amazing though. So we're not doing away with that.
Yeah, that was a great intro. Sorry.
But who is that? That's
some guy on TikTok.
that was just a dude on TikTok. That voice sounded crazy familiar. That's the only reason why.
Or
it did sound like it was someone. I'm not gonna hold you.
We could get the BBL Drizzy as our song now.
BBL
And we could have
Drizzy.
We could have a Metro beat.
Jonas,
that beat.
Jonas
It's free.
Jindin. Jonas Jindin. I don't know.
I think that dude's an actor.
Kristen maybe might have.
He looks
Kristen,
like a
No clue.
no clue?
meme creator.
You seen his face?
This is nothing but.
He
memes.
looks familiar, Kristen. You've seen that dude before.
I feel like I've seen him on TikTok.
Yeah, I feel like he might be one of those that's the issue with TikTok. It'd be making you be like, oh, is this motherfucker famous? Or like,
Yeah, I met some girl at this woman's thing, and I was like, "Are you big on TikTok?" She's like, "No, I don't even have a TikTok." I'm like, "You look like so many women I've seen on TikTok. You should try it out."
is that and you can answer in the comments, people, if you listen. Is that a dig from you guys? Is that if someone says that, are you famous on like the way you do you take that as like, oh,
If someone said that to me, I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Valid.
T, like, are you famous on TikTok? And you're like, yo, I don't even do TikToks.
I would be like, yeah, like, subscribe. Give me $1.
Follow my Patreon and my OnlyFans.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, the reality though is, if you're famous on TikTok or whatever, popular on TikTok, are you not famous? You're famous to a certain extent, right?
Yeah, I think it just depends.
I don't think there's any minimum level, right, of fame.
I mean, if you're big on TikTok, you're probably pretty big on at least one other platform. So, I mean, some of these TikTok girls have like millions and millions of followers, like 14 million followers.
Just for like bouncing their
20
boobs around, or like.
I mean, not even just that. Like, I follow a girl, Monet. Like, she's a beauty girl. Let's see how many followers she has. And
But
she's definitely famous at this point.
There is that side of TikTok.
Wouldn't you? Yeah, of course. There's that side on any app, essentially, or any service.
Monet McMichael.
But I
Okay,
guess-
she's got 3.8 million followers.
That's a lot of people.
What kind of content?
But that's
does she
not that
post?
much. She makes beauty content and like content with her boyfriend, traveling.
I'll say that's a lot
photo
of
shoots.
people, but it is for certain. Like, she could still probably go somewhere and not get recognized at all.
For sure.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I don't know who she is. Can I see what
Do
she
you know who
looks like?
Alex Earl is?
No idea.
How many followers?
Alex Earl did get popular from. Do you guys? Okay, actually, I feel like you would know if you knew. There was a video that went viral on TikTok or just on social media, and it was two girls, and
One cup?
they're basically like bouncing their boobs in like Miami outfits.
No idea.
Okay, tell me if you've seen this.
Yeah, I
Let me-
miss all
let
the
me pull
horny
up the
shit.
video.
Wait, but real talk, what happened to the 2 girls 1 cup video? Is it
They
still
took
around?
it. They. I think they. I don't know. Maybe the two. I don't know what happened. Are you asking what happened to the girls or to the video?
Kind of both. Like, what's the aftermath of that?
do a
And what's the
little market
what happened?
research.
Why did that even exist? You know,
Do a little market research.
that was wild. That came out when I was in like.
Do you remember this video?
Absolutely not.
You don't remember this video?
Nah, I've never seen it. But it got popular because of what they were wearing.
Okay,
and,
so
like,
this was because it was a trend. This would play, and then girls would be like, with their filming their boyfriend, and be like, "What color was her shirt?" And then they couldn't answer. Like, "What color was her pants?" And they couldn't answer because they were just like, obviously.
just looking at the boobs.
So now this girl here, Alex Earl, she's one of like the most popular women on TikTok. She has 6.7 million followers. I'm sure there's tons more people with more followers, but she's like kind of the it girl right now.
Does she do what kind of content is she putting out?
She does beauty content. She has a podcast. She has a famous football player boyfriend. She does like traveling.
How convenient. She's got a podcast. What's she talking about on a podcast?
Maybe that's what we need to do to go viral. Maybe I just bounce my boobs around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Do
know
some
what
TikToking.
else would be a better option.
Do some
And
TikTok.
then we ask people what color was my shirt and see what they say.
Or you could bounce you guys could both bounce your ball sack.
That's what I'm saying.
On the table.
We do dick
Just like
spins.
bounce it up like this. And I'll get like close-ups.
Just throw my career away.
Maybe we can like put material and you guys just bounce your balls on it.
Wow, yeah.
Like yogurt gel.
Yeah.
Sounds incredibly painful, honestly, more than anything.
Sounds kind of relaxing.
Gorilla glue.
No, yes,
yeah.
Nails.
Yeah.
That could be the trend. We could gorilla glue our no. Anyways.
You guys could do it together.
Sounds painful. This all sounds
Four
incredibly
square. 4 balls.
painful. Yeah.
Moving on.
Shoot all my ideas down.
All right, I'll try one of them, Chris.
Wait.
Just one.
You went to a Seth Rogen comedy show? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so the whole Netflix is a joke thing is happening in LA right now, which is annoying as hell. That's why the 101 be crazy right now, because of all the stuff happening over in that area.
Do you even take the 101?
I took it from
just to come here.
To come here, put me on it to come here, and yeah, I took it. I didn't take it yesterday, but I took an Uber over there yesterday to that event, and it was crazy.
Was it fun?
It was cool.
Hollywood Bowl?
Hollywood Bowl.
Love the Hollywood Bowl.
Seth Rogen got a bunch of comedians together, stand-up comedians together.
Was it funny?
It was pretty funny. All the dudes he had. One dude I didn't even know was a comedian. Rogan. He had the lady from what, that Abbott Kenny show? Oh shit. Hollywood Bowl. Seth Rogen Hollywood Bowl. But the biggest thing was the surprises he had, because the lineup was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, the lineup was pretty cool. It was pretty standard though, as far as the tickets or whatever. I mean, not tickets, the artists. But all right, so here we go. It had Ronnie Chang, Rami Youssef, and Janelle James. Those were the comedians that were like on like the ticket or whatever, and then featuring musical performances by Snoop Dogg and Lil Dicky.
Oh wow,
interesting.
So I was amped.
Was Lil Dicky just doing music, or was he being jokes?
So surprisingly, Lil Dicky never even showed.
Oh.
Which was crazy. He never really showed up. I wonder what happened with Lil Dicky. Hope he's all right. But and then at the bottom it says plus fireworks spectacular, and more super surprise guests. Right.
Interesting.
So after pretty much all the comedians went on, one of the super surprise guests he had was Post Malone pulled up.
Oh wow. Yeah. He's a good performer.
He did like a 30-minute.
Damn.
Set. I know. It was like a 45-minute set almost. And he killed it, played all his, even though he has more, we know he has more.
I will say this, guys. Oh, we can't go Friday or Saturday, but Friday, Kevin Hart's going to be there.
And I think that the Kevin Hart thing might be you could see on them, some of them are live tapings. Because Cat Williams' stand-up is part of this as well. That was last Saturday. And then the Tom Brady roast, that was on Sunday. That was all. Those are two live events that happened that were part of this. That technically we could have pulled up to if we bought tickets in advance.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And then who's on Saturday? Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I would love to see him.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
We're going to Soul Selection this weekend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Is it
I think it's called Soulection.
Soulection.
It's like the DJ hip hop thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has like who's specifically spinning at it?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm just here for the vibes,
but I know they probably are really good at picking DJs who know what the hell they're doing.
And I'm positive that it's going to be a crazy experience when they play Not Like Us, because I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
It's LA. They have to. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm out there.
But isn't it like more chill vibes though?
Yeah, but they have like. Have you heard the Afrobeat version?
That's what I'm saying. They'll do it in a way where you're getting that song over.
They're not like us.
Wait, have you heard the Afrobeat or the Mexican version of it?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm sure that exists already.
No, the Mexican song they have is the BBL Jersey.
BBL Jersey.
It's so good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the BBL Jersey is pretty funny.
Oh, Mike Epps is gonna.
Mike Epps is the lineups and the stuff that's happening all for this rest of this week is pretty fire as far as the artists that they get to come out to this thing. Honestly.
Who else is gonna play? They got Jon Stewart at the Greek Theater.
Have either of you ever seen Snoop Dogg perform before?
No. I have not. Well, Dane Cook?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that was a very surreal moment for me because
I bet
he's that dude, has hit after hit, and with artists, knock on wood and all that, but with artists getting older and things like that, Snoop Dogg is one of our greats, probably one of them. I was having this conversation the other day, probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous person in the world. a person you can take anywhere and people are gonna know who he is.
Yeah.
Even if you go to countries where English isn't even spoken. If you show them Snoop Dogg, I'm probably sure they would know who Snoop Dogg is.
Who do you think is more famous, Snoop Dogg or Eminem?
I would still say Snoop Dogg. Because like I said, this conversation I was having the other day, the only type of person I could even say that is more famous than Snoop Dogg would probably be, once again, you can bring him anywhere and they would know who he is.
The Rock Johnson.
I would say it would have to be real. In reality, like Rock's a good answer for sure, but I think it would have to be like a president, like Trump. Anyone running America, most people in the world would probably know who that is. So you bring Trump anywhere, they're probably gonna know who the fuck Trump is.
Kanye.
I don't see it. Kanye, no. I could see some areas maybe not knowing who Kanye is.
Yeah.
I could see some areas not knowing who Kanye
like Michael Jackson. Like people are gonna always know who Michael Jackson is.
Probably will be always known. Even if the person doesn't speak English, they might be able to like just like do something like that. Like they imitate because they know a song or something like that. It would definitely have to be an artist though.
On the tail of comedy shows though, me and Kristen watched the Cat Williams special.
I was gonna ask if you guys watched it.
Did you?
Of course.
Not good.
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't think it was that funny.
Yeah.
Did it get funny like after the second half?
What parts were you in the first half were you not rocking with?
Basically none of it.
That shit was,
in my humble opinion.
That thing was hilarious. I don't know.
It wasn't as funny as his last one.
His last one was the one I didn't think was that funny. His last one was the one that he did before all this Shannon Sharp one. It was on Netflix, wasn't it? Yeah. I didn't think that one was that funny. This one, especially that reparations joke at the end, bro.
Oh, see, we have like 20 minutes left. Kristen didn't want to finish it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I thought it was definitely funny. I was dying in that thing. Yeah, how he wrapped it up to the reparations joke at the end is top tier, honestly.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
finish it then.
Yeah, I would. Oh yeah, I recommend. I'm trying to think. Have I ever? The only time I probably have stopped watching a stand-up comedian in the midst of a special, because if someone's got a special, then clearly, because getting a comedy special, I don't think is the easiest
for sure
for any comedian. The only time I probably have stopped one is if it's a comic that's doing comedy that I just don't understand. Like, because Cat Williams can have jokes that aren't funny.
Like Tom Segura.
He's the white dude with he's been on a couple different shows, right? Yeah, Tom
Segura.
Yes, we missed him. He did something for some reason. His joint, his show was yesterday. With the other dude, they had a two bears thing. You know how the two comedians get on stage and they like shoot off each other. They like throw jokes off. They like joke about each other. But it was at the same place I went to. But it was at 9 a.m.
What the hell? That's so.
Yeah, it was random as hell.
Watching comedy.
Catch this comedy show before I had to work.
Did you watch his last special?
We were watching it. Yeah.
Did you rock with it so far?
I thought it was funny.
It's cool. It's like kind of.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's dad joke-ish, but also
some of it was a little fucking crazy.
Yeah, like as far as like disgusting. Like he be saying some nasty stuff.
He's saying some.
He's vivid. He's stuff. Yeah. Did you?
Some of it was a little. I was like, all right, you're taking it a little too.
Did
far.
you see his? Because
the shower thing.
The shower thing was crazy. Yeah.
The shower thing.
I think he gets a. That's his like shtick. I guess is like he.
That's a weird thing that you would want to like.
I think there's very few. I don't feel like there's not many. I don't see many black comedians who not necessarily get away with who do comedy like that.
Yeah,
I see mostly like white comedians do that kind of comedy.
Yeah, because they can get away with it.
That's the thing I didn't want to say because I don't think it's a thing of a black comedian getting away with it. I just don't think they want to talk about.
Because it's fucking weird.
Yeah, they talk that like white dudes tend to talk about weird experiences. Like he be talking about weird ass stuff that happens to him. The end. I don't know if you saw the end of it. He talks about. I think he took took edibles. That like is his last.
Oh, we didn't watch that.
Yeah, so his last thing is how because he doesn't smoke or anything, but he took edibles, and the story gets crazy and gets like wild and everything that happens in it. And yeah, I feel like. like I said, I don't want to say they get away with it. I think it's more or less black people just don't want to do jokes like that, or they just don't. I think
That's fair.
culture tends to play a part in what black, and they know like, hey, if once you get excommunicated from the culture, that's almost as bad as getting canceled.
Facts.
Like we saw, look at what's his name from TDE, who
Isaiah
Rashad. Granted, that's not necessarily anti-culture as far as being gay or whatever, but we never heard, once the rap shit stuff came out about him, we never heard from this dude again to this degree.
Yeah.
Yo, this atomic lighter is crazy.
Is that what it's called?
It's called the atomic lighter.
Because the one I have is for candles. It's not.
I'm just wondering, like, am I supposed to put it in between and like?
Essentially, what it uses to light it is nuclear energy. So that's why I'm trying not to be close to T while he lights it, because it uses nuclear energy to.
Wait, for real? You're trolling me. Bro, this thing is crazy. Look at it.
Yeah, it's not. It's essentially supposed to be like no fumes and stuff, right? Like no gasoline and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's electric.
It's a fucking Benjamin.
It's electric. Do. You
just made a song?
I made that up.
Wow.
It's electric. Do. And then I have a dance called the electric slide.
Oh, original dance.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It got me. It got me.
You sound like a yak bag.
Me?
When it goes like you flip it upside down and it goes, and then you flip it the other way, it goes,
Snip, yep.
So I didn't finish. So I finished the Cat Williams joint, but I didn't finish. Did you finish the roast or start the roast or watch any of the roast?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Is it good?
The roast is, I think it's pretty good.
Funny.
It's pretty funny. And one thing that I hate that I'm noticing with watching it, the clips are so out of context. Ladies and gentlemen, do not believe the whatever narrative you see in any of those clips, as far as when they say they were getting at Kim Kardashian, or they were getting at, or Tom Brady didn't deserve or didn't like this joke or whatever. If you watch it, because not only does everybody get made fun of there, they all get a turn to get at people.
Did Kim get at people?
That's one thing they didn't. That's why I was like, they kept showing the people get at Kim, and I thought it was weird too, from just like the Instagram post or whatever that I seen.
because it was boo.
But Kim has her chance when she goes on stage. She gets at everybody.
I heard a couple of her jokes.
Her jokes were funny too.
Nikki Glazer was killing it from what I seen.
Nikki Glazer's was actually really good.
We've seen her, Terrence. Remember?
I've never seen. It made me want to see her stand up. Honestly, she does stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never really. I heard the name before, but
Bro,
she's funny.
We should go to a Laugh Factory show.
her, especially her ending jokes at Tom were killer.
Yeah.
Like she was, the way she was spinning, because you know
She had a lot of short jokes for
Kevin. She was killing Kevin. Oh my! Kristen, you would like it. You would like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Nikki Glazer's funny.
The roast was really good, and
It's not working. I don't know what's going on with this.
Does anyone else got a lighter?
That's the thing about the atomic
Anybody
lighter.
listening?
Once the battery dies,
is that what it uses? Is it uses like a rechargeable?
He used too much electronic, or what did you call it? Nuclear fission.
Nuclear fusion.
Nuclear reaction. Lighter. Who's got the lighter?
I do not have a lighter.
Hold on, let me go get a lighter, guys.
All right,
It should be up there.
Now I just want to say that bar. Now that we're recording it. Oh, T.
You just
Gonna
keep
get
that
us
one to
canceled.
yourself.
That shit is legit stuck in my head now.
Kristen, you got the second monitor up right now? What you got going on over
Yeah,
there?
this is just my phone.
Look at her high tech. I like
Yeah, me and my
Was she
portable DVD player.
She watching the game?
Yeah.
I'm watching the game.
Watching the NBA game?
I like your haircut, by the way.
Yeah, it's looking fleek.
I just got a haircut today.
You do it what, every 2 weeks?
Like every 2 months. But
2 months?
because I go through a spiral of like, I'm going to let my hair grow out. And then I look ugly. And I don't identify as ugly. So when it's happening to me, I say no.
We talked about this a little last time, and I might have asked you this before, but why don't you do wigs?
Because why don't you wear a wig?
No, like as far as not because you can't grow your hair out, but
I'm gonna
in the
wear a
sense
wig.
of
No, I'm just saying, like, it's uncomfortable. Like, it's not.
no, because
There's nothing wrong with it. Like, put it on. But for me, it's just like this. It itches my head. I'm also used to like not like having hair touch my body from somebody else's head. Like, if I bring a piece of hair home with me and I get in the shower and it's like in my elbow crease,
no, I'll
a little, throw up.
What is up? Why is that? Can anyone explain that? Because I'm the same way.
Should be getting stuck in your elbow?
No, just in general. Once hair, even my own, once it leaves my head,
I don't want to see it.
It's the grossest thing in the world.
My
to me.
hair's 4 inches long. If I see it somewhere, I'm like,
even if it's mine, when I see it in the shop, this shit is disgusting.
Dude,
is that weird? Is that crazy? That's normal, right?
When I'm at the salon, do you know what a hair trap is? Have you ever like seen like a drain and then there's hair stuck to it?
It's on purpose, right?
It's like, yeah, it traps it.
Yeah, yep.
I can take that off of there, or I can pull hair out of a drain. Like after every wash, I pull out the hair and throw it away. As soon as I leave the salon, like Terrence asked me to help him snake the drain, I said I can't.
It's too much.
Like if I see anything,
it's too much.
I can't.
I feel like I'm welding something.
It sounds like it.
I think I just broke it.
It's pretty good though.
I think it's broken.
Well, probably better. Maybe it's not good for us.
It's cool to look at. That's
yeah. You got ash all over your.
Yeah. This thing. All right, we're putting it away. Atomic lighter, 0 out of 10.
Fail.
I'll give you 1 out of 10.
Fail.
I'll give you 1 out of 5.
Because it brought you joy.
It looks cool.
Damn. See,
Yeah.
I knew we should have got a real lighter. On crib.
You can't cut now.
What?
We can't cut now.
Oh.
But yeah, I feel you on the hair thing. But
no, wigs are just uncomfortable for
wigs.
me.
Okay, that's what it is. Wigs. I think you might have said that last time that you just don't enjoy wearing a wig.
Because I could just pop one on and have long hair, but
You know,
Just for it, because I know you would probably just want it for a fit. It's not like you want it all the time.
I want because I have curly, beautiful hair, and I could just have like beachy, beautiful like hair, and it could be really cool. And then I'm just like looking like literally everybody else is different for me. So that would be one weird thing. And then also like brushing my hair.
how long do you think it would
styling
take to
it.
grow it out to like shoulder length?
2 years, like 2 years and a half almost.
That's wild.
Especially like my hair is curly, so like 2.5 years. Like a year would be here. Like I would probably have like a little bob.
I like the bob. I think you should go for a fro.
But I was gonna leave it like I was gonna grow out a mullet. Well, that's how my hair would just grow in a circle. So
Yeah,
Can we
the
braid
fro.
you?
I don't.
Oh,
Would you?
what?
I would. I
or
would
could you?
maybe do like
Could
4
you do
braids in
braids?
my hair,
ASAP braids, like ASAP Rocky style.
like back. But I wouldn't
the
do
singles, like the singles down.
No, I'm not gonna be wearing plaids. Love the look. Just no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, we need the single braids. Like do we do the 4 like Travis?
I'm gonna get a braid. I'm gonna
Why don't you grow your hair and get braids?
I think I should.
I think, but you should braid it forward
Wow.
so you can have bangs.
Wow. You heard it here first.
Great ideas only.
Braid it forward. Similar to pay it forward, only
It's just your hair's braided forward.
Braid it forward. And you know how I'm gonna braid it forward? It's gonna be so ill. I'm gonna fucking braid it like this. Past my ears, and then I'm gonna tie it in the front like a
like a do-rag,
like a not a do-rag but a bandana,
like a bandana, like
a new age Tupac.
Yeah, but with hair.
Yeah,
but with new braids.
New braids.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
That's like a great idea. I'm with it. I'm in support of that.
Yeah.
We'll see you in like 2 years or 2 years from now. So one episode.
No, it won't take me that long. It won't take me that long.
No, I think it'd take you probably like 3 months to get hair.
3 months to get a braid wrapped around my head.
I'm in total support of this. This needs to happen. So you
That would be a wild look.
So you guys, neither you guys, like I said, this was a surreal moment just to finish up this, to see Snoop Dogg perform live.
Oh yeah.
With him getting older and all that. And yeah, so I had asked you guys if you had ever seen him, but at the same time, have you ever even just seen an opportunity to see Snoop Dogg perform? Like, was there ever like a flyer or an event that passed up tickets?
Not that I was aware of, no.
Because that's why one of the reasons why I was like, damn, I never even really could remember like a time where I was like, oh, Snoop Dogg's about to perform, and I was able to pull up because he wasn't. By the time he was still outside when I was in high school and stuff like that, still making hits and stuff, but he was probably doing arena shows. I don't know. I just know I wasn't going to concerts like that, but
I mean, we all seen him at the.
Where does
at the Super Bowl?
Definitely the Super Bowl.
But that was it. I don't think like.
Is he touring like an album right now?
No, I think this was just for the event. Seth Rogen had him pull up or whatever. But
we don't know if he performed or if he was just like, chilling.
No, he performed. He closed out the show. He closed out the show.
That's cool.
Post Malone performed, and it was crazy because most people pulled up to this expecting like a comedy show, a comedy event, which it was. But then when Post Malone's
that's how it was like for us. They played someone live after Dave Chappelle.
The first day
was it a hip hop artist?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown came out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that's when we left, right?
Yeah. And I feel like there was somebody even before Chris Brown. I don't remember. Dude, there was a lot
crazy.
going on.
Was that before Dave Chappelle or after him? After.
He played after. And then the next day, who played the next day?
No, I think maybe Chris played the night we seen it all the way through.
No, he was the first night because I know I was expecting to see him again and we didn't see him. I think it ended up just being a DJ.
Wait, so we made it through the show? The first night?
No, like we were basically
don't even remember.
Not paying attention halfway out because I was concerned about you.
It's crazy because another night that he performed there, that was the night when the person ran on stage.
And tackled him?
Yeah.
The other night y'all went. No,
the night before.
The night before is the night that the person ran on stage and tackled him.
The night before the first time we went, yeah.
Which is crazy. They whooped that dude's ass.
Who wouldn't?
That was crazy.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Of course you're going to get your ass whooped.
Yeah, no, they whooped that dude's ass. They beat him down. I wonder if that had been the case if someone tried to run up and tackle Seth Rogen.
I feel like he would just laugh.
Yeah. There was a bit, like, because it was like a Smokes the Bowl, like a stoner event, the stage had a huge bong on. It was a massive bong on stage. It's crazy.
Seth Rogen smokes the bowl. Wow.
Yeah. Nah, he did his thing. He definitely did his thing as far as like putting together an event. Yeah, see.
Wow.
That bowl the size of the bong.
Oh, that's fun.
Were a lot of people smoking?
Everybody was, for the most part.
I like for someone's brand to be that, like, I just smoke weed.
Which is pretty cool for Seth Rogen to be, a fairly popular actor. I feel like he's not in a ridiculous amount of movies, but he's been in some, like, classics.
Hell yeah.
And, to still maintain that and it not really affect your career.
Yeah, he's got pottery. He's got weed.
I see that his website, he sells, cool. It's just, his stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's quality, but his stuff is definitely pricey as far as like his glassware, his bongs, and his items or whatever. But
it's a cool brand though.
It's a nice little brand. I do rock with it. What's his resume looking like?
I'm looking at it right now. We got Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. Who is he in Kung Fu Panda? Is he the main? Is he the panda?
Let me see. Seth Rogen, Kung Fu Panda.
He can't be the main dude. Oh, he's the...
Wait. He's... Yeah, the praying mantis.
He's the praying mantis, okay.
I guess he's in Ninja Turtles.
The new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers.
The new one, yeah. Oh, the only one, right?
Yeah. The Interview. 22 Jump Street.
The Interview. 22 Jump Street was pretty cool. The Interview, I didn't hate The Interview, but it just wasn't... If I went to the theaters to see that, I'd have been pissed.
The Lion King?
I think he's like Timon or Pumbaa, one of those two.
Okay, Shrek the Third. Step Brothers.
Isn't he in
Pineapple Express?
Pineapple Express, and
That's
then,
probably his biggest movie.
And then that's probably like him by himself, or like as a.
Oh, he's in Me. He's in You, Me, and Dupree. Do you remember that movie?
You mean Dupree?
Wow, from 2006.
Isn't he in Superbad?
Do you remember this? What? Did you ever see this, Kristen?
What was that about? Is it a romantic comedy? It looks like romantic
I feel
comedy.
like I
bro.
might have seen it.
It's a rom-com.
He's in a.
Oh, Observe and Report.
Observe and Report was cool. He's in Superbad too, right?
Yeah. Wait. No, Knocked Up. No, he is in Superbad.
He's one of the cops, I think.
Yeah. So something like that.
No, his resume.
He's got a solid resume.
He's got a solid resume for sure. As far as like a comedy.
Pineapple Express is
Pineapple classic. That's a classic.
That is
movie.
a classic movie. Like even that alone, if he was only in that, he would be a legend. This movie was great. It doesn't have good reviews, of course, on the internet. But
Pineapple Express doesn't?
No.
Really?
It's like averaging high 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
That is surprising.
It is.
I thought people liked that movie generally.
That movie's so funny.
I thought generally people liked that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. It seems to always like be whenever it was on like Netflix or streaming site, it always was like trending or like I didn't know it was rated so bad. Maybe because of the ridiculousness of it.
It's so funny. Someone wrote on Google, "Is Pineapple Express worth watching?" It's like, just go watch it.
Hold on, that was a question they asked on Google. It's probably like one of the most asked questions.
People also ask.
And when you click on it, what does it say? What is like the answer? What's it?
Pineapple Express has plenty of action and broad jokes. A car chase gone wrong is wildly funny, but the interplay between Seth Rogen and Franco that makes the film truly worthwhile.
I agree.
That's a valid answer.
That's a valid. Good job, Google.
All right.
Good
Google.
job, Google. That person from that, if they took that and didn't watch it, you're an idiot.
I mean, do you think that Google search is gonna just turn into a better AI? Because that's probably what it will turn into, right?
They have one now that's called Google's AI is called Gallic. I forgot what it's called.
The future of AI is truly crazy, man.
Gemini.
Have you used it?
No. What is Google Gemini? So can we use it? Google. Is it like usable?
I'm saying, what if that becomes a new like search engine?
That's what I feel like. I feel like they're looking to like make that a thing. Like,
I think that it works so well right now, like photos, videos, and search. But
let's see, Google chat, and you can just chat
look
with
at that car. Can we? That photo was lit. Did you see that? What kind of car is that?
Generate an image of a futuristic car driving through an old mountain.
Wow. And it made that?
It made that.
Wow.
So can I chat with? Okay.
We're gonna have to play around with that.
I'm gonna have to play around with it. Generate a photo of me, Kristen, and T. Will driving in a extremely small car through.
We're like in a little car like this.
No, this is crazy.
Yeah, we have to have something.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's kind of cool. It's kind of scary at the same time.
Of course. Anything
It's
where
taking
it's
people's jobs as we speak.
yeah.
We're slowly turning it into the Matrix.
That was somebody's whole production.
Did we
for a
talk about it
commercial.
last week about the drive-through machine that was a robot, an AI, and you just tell it your order?
Oh, yeah.
And it just reads it back to you essentially?
For sure.
Crazy.
Which is like, granted, that's not necessarily a job that I'm looking for, but it's definitely someone's job that is taken.
The thing that blows
100%.
my mind is they're saying in less than like 25 years, we're gonna be able to upload our consciousness to some like cloud, and we're gonna learn to live indefinitely because your physical body dies, but you can live within the digital space.
So are y'all down or not? Are you
Like
okay
if you
with
could
it?
upload your consciousness, would you do it?
I think I would just go out the good old fashioned way, like the vintage way.
It's cap.
But I do wonder, is that like evolution or is that against nature? You know?
Oh, what did the
concept,
uploading of the
yeah.
conscious? Yes, of course. It's
Like if you
definitely
don't
against
do it,
nature.
you're like missing
It's
out.
what?
I think that's 100% against nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like if you disrupt it, it's gonna be a bad thing.
Of course, there is going to be nothing but long term. I would imagine there would be nothing but long term negative effects for humanity if we did something of that nature.
Yeah, because I feel like your soul would get lost if the consciousness, like, prison cell, whatever you're going to call it, like, what if that goes down? And what if you just get stuck in the ether?
Well, yeah,
Like a ghost.
Well, because imagine, because we don't know what the afterlife consists of.
Like the server goes down, what happens?
No, I was saying just because we don't know what the afterlife consists of, if we never go there and
Exactly.
humans stop going there, then that would definitely have some detrimental effect on, let's say, in the afterlife, new humans are
But what if
are
you weren't-
required to, become a part
like
of
a
it.
cycle.
Exactly.
Just like on the
and if
wheel.
we stopped at it and interrupted,
Yeah.
game over.
Well, people are not having babies. Does that interrupt it?
I thought
degree.
I got two crazy thoughts about the whole AI thing. One is, what if, like, it's a whole thing of uploading your consciousness to the cloud, but then they put you in like a robot body, and then you're a cyborg, and then now we're living in literally a sci-fi film where like there are cyborgs, but there's also human beings, but it's like people that have evolved into cyborgs.
I'm not mad at that. Me personally, I'm not mad at that. My only issue with it,
And then you see people like high suicide rates because people are making themselves
Yeah.
cyborgs, and like
they want to be the ultimate human, or the ultimate. They want to be the ultimate man versus man.
can't
machine.
write this shit, man. Let me.
He's
get a pen.
literally making a sci-fi film that I think might already exist. I think it might be called iRobot. What you're thinking about?
But those aren't real people.
I think one of them had.
Like, imagine I'm a cyborg.
No, I think that was the one outlier in iRobot, right? There was one that had
So
a
is
human.
that the only thing you changed in the story?
No, he wasn't a person. He just developed a consciousness.
That's what I mean, didn't he? Wasn't he?
But he wasn't a person before. No.
Where? Oh, he just developed a consciousness.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think. Honestly, most companies would be charging us for. They're going to tell you, oh yeah, we're going to upload your consciousness to the server. Really? They're just going to copy your shit and then
Just copy paste.
and then the robot's just going to technically just do everything that you normally would do, T.
Or they. Well, what if they?
So
put,
Chris is going to be like, T, is that you? Yes.
But then
Chris.
what if they clone Elon's consciousness and put him in 20 people, and then we just have 20 Elons and they're all smart.
That sounds horrible.
Elon.
That sounds like a wild world to be in.
He's an Elon.
You're an Elon.
That's an Elon.
It's like a whole species. The Elon species.
It's a bloody Elon.
The Elon.
I'm going to
I don't really
make
know
you
where
an
I was from
elite
with that one.
employee.
I am gonna make you. That's my It's literally so fucking funny. F word.
$1.
For
Cha-ching.
what was?
We need the cha-ching sound effect. That's what we need.
The elite employee video. It's
Oh,
like
that
my
employee video.
I love it.
Is that recent?
I
No.
think it's kind of older. Like maybe like a month old.
No,
2 months old.
It's kind of a few months old.
I have no idea when it was.
That's the
birthed.
internet, though. You find out about it when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Really?
I seen a TikTok of people running into that person out in the wild, and they were like mad cool about it.
That's so funny. He probably just dresses up and goes around the city just acting like that person, and people make content of him. Like, you don't even have to make content. People make content of you.
Do you ever see those Instagram videos that you just love and they have you dying and you want to share with everybody, and you see like the comments in it? The comments be like from like 3-4 weeks ago. You're like, damn, This video been out for that long and no one shared it with me. No one.
Kind of rude.
That's extremely rude.
No, Terrence sees a lot of the things like later. I think because he watches Instagram Reels and I watch TikTok, and I feel like TikTok's content is way newer. Do you watch Reels or TikToks?
I'm a little bit of both. I'll go through TikTok for a little bit one day, then one day I'll go through Instagram. So the thing about TikTok, maybe I just don't see it as quick, but where's the date at for the post on TikTok? Where does it show it at? Is it does it show you when that stuff is posted on TikTok?
What, like other people's?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. They're stealing your data.
So you can have your friends or wait, what are you talking about? Like for your algorithm?
I'll open it up. I feel like whenever I'm looking at TikTok, I just don't notice when it doesn't show me when stuff is posted. Let me see.
Well, do you look on friends? Because there's friends and then there's for you.
For you.
So for you's everybody. Discover page. That's the Discover page.
Yeah, that's the Discover page, right? So when I see something, it just off rip doesn't tell you when it was posted. Is that on purpose?
Yes, it says a date, but it says like 24/8, whatever.
Where? I don't see it. Do you see it too?
Let me see it.
Do you see it?
Unless they removed it with an update.
Where's it at? Do you see it?
I work there, so I'll just tell you all about it.
Or am I bugging? I just don't see. Maybe that's why I was.
There's no date.
That's why I thought I was bugging. At first I thought I was bugging.
No. There's no date.
There's no date, right? On the For You page? So when I see this stuff...
No, if you push comments.
Oh, comments?
Is it there?
Do you see there? I'm bugging. Or am I bugging?
No, there's nothing there.
So because that's how I noticed when... Oh, the comments do have the date that the comment posted.
Yeah, but 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 5 hours, 9 hours, 17 hours.
But I know TikTok, because it is more trending with that type of content, people will just repost that in the same content on Instagram once it starts to go viral. Because I know people who do like reels and stuff like that probably feel like TikTok is that viral app right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, they're about to. What's the deal? They're suing. Are they suing?
They're trying to ruin my life.
U.S. government, right?
Yeah, they say TikTok is fighting back, officially filing a lawsuit against the U.S. government to challenge the ban of the app. In recent news, the U.S. government has passed a bill that would ban the app from the country if it is not sold. We know that. But
do we know the reasoning why they want to do that?
They're saying that basically...
Like, what are they saying in court?
That they can sell our information to China. That's like their whole gag. But the reality is, the guy that owns it, Singaporean, the business that he does is done within the United States. Like, we have like a major server bullshit, whatever, here.
To operate the app, it has to be here.
And they're acting like this is like some foreign affair. They're out of their minds. It's censorship because we're paying attention to...
You said they're going to give their data to China, but... Oh, like China as the country? Because they're a Chinese company.
He's Singaporean.
I've heard him say that in court too. He does say, hey, I'm Singaporean, but I think the app is technically owned by a Chinese company, like the main stakeholder, I guess, because that's what it keeps saying here is that it's Chinese.
It's funny though, because they're mad that they have to, or they want them to sell it, but the United States government just uses our data.
And that's exactly it.
Yeah, that's what most people are saying.
It's no different than literally anything else we're doing 24/7.
The government's argument is, hey, you live in America, we get to use your data, whereas someone in China shouldn't have access to your data like that.
And also, they don't have control of it as much as they want.
We don't have data from other countries? That's the thing.
They might. The government might. But if they do, it's not because... It's not... One, it's probably...
Instagram's owned by America, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, people use Instagram over in China.
Those other countries don't. No, they don't. Instagram, you can't use Instagram in China. You go to China right now, any American app does not work in China. That's what that's what America is trying to tell you. The government's trying to tell you, like, yo, you go to these other countries, they don't let you use.
So where do you stand on the argument?
I understand where the government is coming from. So because of that, because of their reasoning, I'm not mad at it. But at the same time, me personally, I don't care because I'm not hiding anything.
Kristen, what do you think?
So if they want to sell my data, okay, you're probably gonna get like 50 cents for my data. I have no data that's important.
It's deeper than that, though.
I think that number one, we don't have any privacy. Don't even imagine that you have it. You don't. If you have a phone, if you have a computer, you don't have privacy.
Privacy.
All of that is information that is sold. It happens right now.
To the United States, though?
To all of us. Like, we live here. Like, that's what happened after 9/11 is the Privacy Act is like done. Like, you can
we're saying that, like, China, they don't allow American apps over there. And is it only fair that we do the same?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I understand why China does it, because they don't rock with us.
Because it's just, to me, it's purely a level of trying to end communication, because TikTok is such a viral part of any movement that is going to happen, right? That has happened since we've been locked up in quarantine. Like, I think even as small as remember when Trump had that the rally that he does or whatever at wherever.
The rallies
that he does. You know what I'm talking about?
Just like
what is that called? It's not a rally.
The things where he just talks and stuff like that? Yeah.
What is that called? A rally?
I guess just like his campaigning.
Okay.
Yeah, technically.
Campaign rally.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Gen Z bought out all the tickets and was like, and then he showed up and it was sold out and then it was empty.
Recently?
That was during the pandemic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a small blip, but that shows you, like, that was a full stadium that was sold out, and there was actually very minimum people there. So I think that watching a genocide on social media on my little happy TikTok app is what mobilizes people all across the world to fight back, to ask for divestment from their schools that they're going to. I think that's what it's all about.
I will say this though, because I did have this conversation with some friends of mine today, and noticed, like, just in general, we're just talking about the next generation of youth and just what, have they accomplished or what can they accomplish and stuff like that. And when you look at TikTok and what it does, it's not. The app itself, the core of the app is pretty basic, would you say? Like, as far as that?
Very simple.
Back in the day, the previous generations that, you see the youth a lot of times be like, oh, you're old, you're washed or whatever. When they wanted something, they went out and made it. Steve Jobs went out and made iPhones. Bro went out and Zuckerberg went out and made Facebook. Elon went out and did the Tesla thing. You look at this generation now, TikTok is about to get banned. You would think the youth and the energy and power and control and all that they have now, instead of complaining about this app, this measly little app, they would go out and develop their own TikTok, create their own TikTok.
Well, I think that's the concern, though, with that is if Facebook or Instagram now has TikTok, what media source do we have that is unfiltered and unbiased, because it's all owned by the same media conglomerate that feeds us lies? So with that being the case, because I agree with you, Kristen, we can't have Mark Zuckerberg just buying up everything. I think that's one of the reasons why none of the major apps just bought TikTok right now. Because I think, one, it might be illegal. It might be like some type of, what's the thing called where they have too much control, too much control. Yeah.
I mean, it might be a monopoly, but at the same time, like, Zuckerberg made it while he was at Harvard in college. He made Facebook. Like, it wasn't like...
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the youth to be currently like somebody's in the making right now, and it's going to come out like soon.
That's what I'm saying. There was a new app that came out not too long ago that was not a new thing, but just a new app in general. Just in general. When's the last...
I mean, they try to do it with Truth.
Granted, I think Truth just had too much political energy behind it.
It was just like too MAGA, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It had too much of a bias. What Kristen said, it needs to be a neutral app.
What about Thriller or Triller? Remember Triller?
Triller is...
It was TikTok. It was the same thing.
It was TikTok. Yeah. Triller is still in existence, I feel like. Or no, is it totally gone?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You good?
Yeah. But I feel like, no, Triller's definitely one, for sure. What, realistically, though, Soulja Boy did offer to buy TikTok.
I think Mark Cuban's also trying to buy it.
How much would they even go for, I wonder? Really? Like, what is that price?
I have no idea.
Like billions?
Probably.
It would have to be, like, crazy to offer.
But I just don't... I don't know if they would sell TikTok.
No,
if they would be willing to sell it.
One, there's no way I think they're selling TikTok.
Yeah.
But
can you face the reality of it being banned then? That's the question. Because it sounds like U.S. government's pretty serious about it.
Yeah. I think that's something that America might have to, like, get over.
I think I'm less afraid of China having my data and what they would do with all of our data, as opposed to I am the government shutting us out.
That's what most people are saying.
That's what communication. That's take my average, shit, whatever.
Most majority TikTok users are essentially in that boat. They are like, hey, our data is not that big a deal. We don't care.
And it's kind of crazy that we as a people can't vote on that.
It is a little weird that it's not like us voting for it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a little weird. And it's the government instituting a law.
You can't use our people.
Yeah, it is a little weird. But I will say that
we are the people. We should be able to decide that. You know, like put that on a ballot.
Yeah. You would think living in America that would be the case. Like it would be something as simple as us just voting for it. Hey, do you want TikTok to exist in America? Yes or no? But yeah, for it being land of the free, it's not really that simple when it comes to us getting things of that nature. Because I think, honestly, if they did that for all issues, America would be extremely different right now. If they did that for every issue, gun control, abortion, gay marriage, every issue right now, if they just put it on a ballot and then everybody tomorrow can just go out and vote yes or no, should we be legal, all that stuff. Like, I think America it might actually be legit more free than it is right now. Like, honestly.
For sure. But if the people ran the government, we'd probably drive ourselves. It would have to be every country doing it because we're in debt to so many countries.
Well, is that us running the government or more or less the government
run by the people?
Yeah, right. Because I would say that's not us. Because stuff still has to, I think, get the momentum behind it to get on a ballot. Like it still has to get enough people. Even the laws now, like the stuff with the TikTok and all that. Even though it's not us, it still has to get enough Congress people or whatever behind the law or behind it to make it valid. So let's say if it was us voting on something, the people, it would still need enough. You know, the people waiting outside Rite Aid for your signature on something. It would still need enough of those, I think, to make it.
Do you sign those?
Depending on what it is. And as long as they don't need no money, ask for money or anything like that. But sometimes, yeah. Because a lot of times all they legit need is a signature for those things. They'll tell you as long as
that and your address.
Yeah, that and your address. Sometimes they're legit. That's all they need.
Give me your address, social.
I know, right? Opinion. And as long as if you add
your email,
and granted, those would just be a job for people, but if they're smart enough, you ask them, hey, all right, and to explain more about the actual issue or topic, and they can, then yeah, I'll feel comfortable signing it if it's legit. But if they just look like, and then I'm like, all right, bro, I'm not signing that thing.
Yeah, the solicitors, man, it's a little much sometimes.
Yeah, for real. But like I said, it's not a political podcast. We aren't a political.
Yeah, but at some point,
it's important to vote.
This is what's happening in our lives.
YT, do you really think? Do you think the government, if it was like tomorrow, like, all right, this is whatever the deadline is, because clearly they're gonna have to have some.
They said it was only they were giving them a couple months, and now it's like they have a year. I don't know. It changes.
Maybe because of the lawsuit.
Maybe. I mean,
but clearly there's
do I
gonna
think what?
If what was that?
You said, do you think?
Well, let's say there is a deadline.
Okay.
Instituted. Do you think the government would push the red button on it? This would be the first time, essentially, they've done something like that. I don't think they've ever banned something nationwide that the government's been in, that the country's been in love with.
I think that our government's been changing a lot over the past, 5 to 10 years. And if that does happen, would I be surprised? Not really.
That's fair.
After the last 5 years we had, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
To be honest, bro, things are changing. Like the fact that we went through COVID, that was 5 years ago, bro.
And now at this point, it was.
I remember thinking this is never going to end. Like this is just the end of the world, sort of.
Kristen, do you remember when we were watching Walking Dead and then we bought those Nerf guns and we were like...
When I seen those, I was like, these look like antiques. They're just 5 years old.
That's our COVID antiques right there.
We have to keep them.
We just bought a bunch of Nerf guns and we were playing Nerf wars in the house. And
Quarantine,
like shooting cans down.
Quarantine,
we were good at it.
Quarantine was a crazy time in general.
What a crazy
Quarantine
time.
was no joke.
We lived through that.
Yeah.
We lived through the LA riots.
The second 2.0.
LA riots.
Yeah, the second LA riots.
We were born in the 1900s, y'all.
It's been a wild ride.
19s.
That's my friend's son. I was at his birthday party, his 10th birthday party, and I heard this other little boy say to his friend, he goes, "My mom was born in the 1900s," and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I mean, yeah. We're the last ones.
Literally crazy.
93 till I die, baby.
Yeah. And not to age us anymore, but
93 is a great year.
Not to age us.
They have songs about 1993.
Till Infinity, 93 till Infinity, I think it's Infinity till 93 or something like that.
And I think, didn't Tupac have 93 on his?
He might have. I'm not sure, honestly.
Anyway. Oh.
All right. Time to talk about
Baby Reindeer?
The war.
Wow.
Oh, Baby Reindeer? We can talk about Baby Reindeer after, because essentially, I think what we end with kind of leads into Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, let's get serious.
Let's end this. Let's talk about this war that's over now. And no, it's not the Russian war.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Gaza.
No, it's not Gaza. It's Drake versus Kendrick.
Gaza would be considered a genocide, not a war.
If it was over?
If it's happening now, it's not a war. They're not able to fight back. It's just a genocide.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But hey, you hear that, and then when you hear about what's going on with Drake and Kendrick, it doesn't really sound like that shit matters anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
compared, like the two things happening at the same time.
Let's be real. The rap beef is kind of just a distraction.
Did y'all hear Vince Staples' answer to what he thought about the rap beef?
I heard the first one.
What did he say?
Why, did he have another answer?
I heard that he came out and said something else.
Other than that, because of people's response?
What are you talking about?
So his first response was, the normal, like, Vince Staples, like, I don't care about that type of answer, where it's like,
He said people are about all the ownership of the music and Universal Music Group and
Taylor Swift's right now fighting to get artists paid for their music, and you gonna ask me about two niggas beefing over some rap shit. Essentially, that's what he said at the end. He said a bunch of other stuff. Like Chris is saying, like, he's like, yo, you got this label doing this, and in the end, you got Taylor Swift fighting to get artists paid for their music, and you gonna ask me about two niggas beefing over some rap shit. That was his answer, essentially. Because first the dude was like, so what do you think about the Kendrick Drake stuff? And he's like, man, I don't want to know. He's like, come on, now, what you think? He's like, and then he went into that, essentially. And I rock with Vince Staples. That answer was a little annoying because it comes off like a, you know, I'm the smartest guy in the room type shit. I don't know. Like, it does. Like, because he could have easily been like, it's whatever. I don't care. There's way more important things on in my life. But hey, shout out to both of our. You know, he could have answered in that way, but just like, and then told us all about the other stuff that Taylor Swift is doing to fight. But did he have another answer, Kristen? Did he give another answer?
I haven't seek the truth. I just heard a thing and then I was like, okay, I'll look that up, and I did.
Oh, okay. So there might be another.
There might be something else that he said.
Okay, because that's essentially what.
Yeah, that's the thing that I saw. At least in headlines and things. So the question in the doc is the war over?
Is it?
To be honest with you, I see it like this. And what are you typing into Gemini?
What does Vince Staples think about the Kendrick versus Drake beef?
Stop.
Let's see what the AI. Vince Staples wasn't interested in picking us. Whoa! AI. Vince Staples wasn't interested in picking a side in the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef. He actually criticized it. Staples felt the whole thing was beneath them and that black artists deserve better. He argued that their public feud was a distraction from bigger issues with the music industry, particularly those that affect people of color. Vince Staples on wow. Okay, AI, I see you.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive, AI.
All right,
I got you, AI. But yeah, do you think the war's over? Between Kendrick Lamar,
I see it like this, man.
And Drake.
We witnessed history unfold in hip hop. No matter what the opinion is, whether you think someone won, I think you go the other way with it. Go like put it on and then push it back.
That audio sounds wild. Yeah,
pause.
Yeah, I think it needs a pause, please, for sure.
Pause everything. Pause the video. Pause the audio. No, but I think that at the end of the day, we witness rap history. No matter where you stand on,
never got a battle like this before.
Whether you thought it was whack, whether you thought Kendrick won, Drake won. It's like we saw something that was historical, and I think that you're never going to be able to erase that. And I think that at people's shows, people are going to want to hear this, and the songs are going to be played for years to come at both artists' concerts. So do I think the war is over? It might. I think there was a flag thrown. Like I think that it's on pause, but at the end of the day, it's like, will it ever die? I don't think so. It can't.
One thing that left me, regardless, I agree with.
Unless they squash it.
I agree with a lot of what you said. One thing that left me still, like, I felt like even though so much tea was spilled during this battle, one thing I still don't know, and T or Kristen, maybe you guys know, is why these dudes are actually beefing. Like, what is it actually over? After everything that was said, because some horrible things were said in this battle from both sides. They've gotten visceral on both sides.
Well, to me, I guess maybe obviously things happened before that maybe we don't know about, or
that's what I would think, honestly, before all the other stuff that got said, was said, at least we would have gotten, because that seems like realistically the most important thing.
I mean, if otherwise it's just Kendrick saying that he's the best, and then Drake was like, no, you're not. Don't say that.
All right. The only reason why I want to think that would make the most sense is because I don't think it would have went here. It would have got here. It would have been, I think it would have been what did they say? The type of rapper. It would have been more of a rap off, I think. Like let me ask you, do you guys like where the battle went by the end of it?
Kristen?
Like, do you like what it turned to in the end? Like, do you like where it got to? Or would you have been okay with it being just more or less like, because I think the first two songs that both artists released, Euphoria and Push-Ups, were more or less like, yeah, I got dirt on you, whatever, but they were more or less still kind of one artist showing his lyrical, miracle, spiritual type thing, and one artist trying to out lyrical.
They were jabs, they weren't haymakers.
Yeah, exactly. Do you like where the battle ended up going?
I think it's sad where the battle ended up going, but I am glad that if all of these things that we have already thought prior to Kendrick saying anything about it are true about Drake, if he has an issue with underage women, I'm glad he said something. Thanks for spreading awareness. And I expected what Kendrick gave us, but not to that degree.
Oh, you thought he was going to say something about the underage stuff before he said that?
Maybe not. No, I thought he was just going to go solely like just to the heavens with it. Like, here, get some wisdom. You need it. Your ego is insane.
Yeah, that's where it seemed like he was mainly going, but it felt like clearly Kendrick. It seemed like Kendrick clearly felt like, okay, I'm saying this, but it's clearly not having the effect that I wanted to, because when I don't know if he's paying attention to comments or whatever, but he's seeing that Drake's fans are still able to argue certain points.
I feel like I really think that Drake would have submitted before it got ugly, because I didn't even fathom ugly. I just figured Drake would just take the L and early on.
From what song would you say?
I mean, Euphoria. I thought Euphoria he was just going to kind of take it.
Euphoria, I'm not going to lie, Euphoria, out of everything released, even though I love Not Like Us, Euphoria still is my favorite song out of all the diss tracks. Euphoria is fire. I love that song. But yeah, I will say, what about you, T? Did you feel like it was going to get to this point? Like it was going to get this mudslingy?
Nah, man. To be honest, a lot of the stuff that was said really came to surprise for me. Like seeing, I mean, there's a one song of Kendrick's that, you know, is alleged just all lies.
At least the third, I think it's more or less just the 616, right? And was that 16? No, the one that he released that stepped on Meet the Grams.
Yes.
So essentially just the third verse that's to the daughter. The daughter essentially is fabricated information, apparently.
Do you believe that though?
At this point,
or we can't believe it.
We can't, no, because if we believe that, we have to believe all of it. If we don't believe some of it, we can't believe any of it, because that's just really, show me the proof, show me the blog text, show me the voice recording or the text message that you said we're about to set him up, post this tomorrow, because if Kendrick says this. And I feel like if you're really about it, that's what you would have done on any level. I can
definitely see, because if I'm putting myself in Drake's shoes, last thing I'm gonna do is feed into that side of the battle. I don't care if I'm Drake. The average person might be saying that. If I'm Drake, I don't care. You don't need to see that. As long as I know that, I'm okay with it. If it's true or not.
But I don't think so, because Drake's literally saying things about, you're dumb, read the facts, like I gave you bullshit and you ran with it. If that's what you're going to say, then show me the facts before I'm going to go take this as powerful messaging, because it doesn't mean anything if you don't have a show me proof. So
what about when Kendrick takes down the photo that
so I heard that he had to take that down because it has other images from other people's belongings, like in their house, like something about to that nature.
Doesn't that sound like just as much as an excuse or anything?
I heard it was like
to talk about the prescription thing.
Yeah.
Okay, or that's what it was then.
And then, once again, these are things that are, like you said, if you're going to believe that, then
we
you're going to
can
have
just
to believe.
fact check this though, and that's like seems fact checkable.
Drake having a daughter, it seems probably the most fact checkable thing out of everything, right?
I'm sure there's tons of illegitimate Drake children.
It's kind of.
I don't think it's like a shocking thing for him to have a woman pregnant. He literally had to put hot sauce in his condoms because he was fucking so many random people.
So then if that's the case, then realistically, what Kendrick is even saying?
We don't know that.
I had sex 6 times this week. I'm ashamed. He's singing to his girlfriend on the phone. What is this? Not what the life you live? Why are you singing it then?
No, I'm talking about hot sauce and the condoms because that sounds crazy.
I've heard that was, just in general, but also the same thing as far as like women trying to impregnate themselves from a used condom as well. It's just as crazy.
Yeah, because it's Drake's baby, of course. Why wouldn't they?
So
wait, does hot sauce kill the sperm or something?
I think it would. Vinegar in it.
I think it would make any type of semen in a if you put hot sauce in that after a sex, I think it would make that semen not usable, or that baby would come out retarded.
That sounds painful.
No. After. So he'll use the condom.
Oh, and then put hot sauce.
And then after...
Imagine whipping out a hot sauce packet and just... I gotta do something really quick.
I'm doing something.
No, the sriracha bottle's got the tip, so he just puts the
Where's the sriracha bottle? He's like, hold on 1 second. Pulls a fucking 12-ounce sriracha bottle out, shakes it, because you gotta shake the sriracha first.
You gotta shake it because it settles. Yeah, it does settle.
It settled, so he shook it up. She's like, what are you doing? Don't worry about it.
Doing something.
And then, but then if that's the case, if you say, Kristen, he probably has a kid or whatever, then in reality, is what Kendrick's saying really that matter that much? If Drake has a kid and he hasn't told the world about it because he doesn't want to tell the world about it, is it really that big of a deal?
No, but to me,
because
in that song, the verse there, the bar that hit me the hardest, he said, every dog has his day, now live in your purpose. And I just think, because I see this is Drake's reckoning. This is his ego is being checked by somebody who's gonna go beyond you.
Drake's ego's been checked before.
When
he went against Pusha T, when his ego's been checked many a times.
But I feel like
in Euphoria, you can hear.
But I think again, I mean, it's kind of the same vibe Drake comes with. Like, you can't check me. Like, that's how he was to Pusha T, and then and now he really thought he could do that to Kendrick.
I don't know if it was a thing of him. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a thing of him. I don't think it's a thing of him thinking, because realistically, in this battle, I think Drake was the underdog, because most people, you ask the average person, will tell you, oh yeah, lyrically, Kendrick's probably a better rapper. So that's why I don't think it was a thing of his ego being. I think it's more or less him trying to show and prove, because his last battle he lost was against Pusha. If you think about both artists, realistically, the reason why people were crazy excited about it, and like I said, why Drake was the underdog, is because up to this point, Kendrick wasn't really battled. No one ever battled.
I can't lie. It's hard for me to hear you call Drake an underdog, knowing he's probably got a handful of riders in his camp.
Yeah, but underdog has nothing to do with that. You can have underdog more or less comes as the overall perspective of
he's a second round draft pick, not the first.
Exactly. He might have whatever thing of riders, but once again, was the underdog. That most people were like, yo, you don't want to go against Kendrick. Kendrick is the boogeyman. All this about Kendrick. So he didn't go into this battle being like, oh yeah, Drake's gonna smoke Kendrick. Nah, that one verse from Like That set up the world ablaze and created all this momentum that led into what happened.
Did you hear Academic's take on it?
Yeah, but like anyone who's like a clear fan and won't see,
he's a fan of Drake.
Yeah, he's a fan of Drake. So I know he doesn't want to see it, but at the same time, he does like his commentary himself is. I'm glad his pages are still posting like everything.
He went live, and I'm not gonna lie, I watched the live for a while.
Yeah, no, I watched his live for a little bit, and watching a Drake fan trying to rationalize was the same.
Was it after the shooting?
Oh no, I didn't watch anything after the shooting. It was all like up to just like the songs getting released.
Oh yeah, I didn't see any of that, but I watched his thing post the shooting, which was crazy. The fact that, you know, all this is going on, and then that happened, and then apparently there was another incident where some guy was
just a little while ago, not too long ago.
Yeah, like literally an hour or two ago.
I more or less would link that to just people now just knowing his address for sure.
For 100%.
Like,
but the fact that someone got shot in the chest outside of his house, that's pretty alarming.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
People are speculating that it's from other drama.
Well, I mean, the Weeknd's
It could be.
manager's house had the same incident, a very similar incident where I think a security guard was shot.
I mean, honestly, it's a good time to do it, right? Because the look is on someone else.
And it could be not only any person that he has personal beef with, but it could also be a Kendrick stan or a Drake hater. Like,
of course.
literally
Yeah,
psychopathic, out of control.
Or some Bloods.
Maybe. In Canada, I don't know if they're in Canada like that. I don't know if they're out there in Canada like that.
They don't got Bloods in Canada?
That's something I would need to see, because I feel like I've never. Have you ever seen? I've just in general gangs in Canada like that. I'm not to say that they're soft up there. I know they get down again. I just never seen like visuals.
Uptown Posse, a Montreal blood gang.
Montreal blood gang. Okay. Has Drake ever rapped about them?
I don't know.
I feel like I've never heard Drake rap about them. Uptown Posse. But honestly, realistically, I'm just glad.
Wow, and Downtown Posse is Crip gang. In the city, Little Burgundy.
Of course, they gotta have the opposing. Yeah, they gotta have the opposing.
Burgundy.
They gotta have the opposing. So uptown, downtown. Of course, that makes so much sense. But I'm just glad Kendrick realistically waited till the end of the battle to release "Not Like Us," because I feel like if that was,
Do you think he had it in the tuck the whole time?
I wonder, because if he released that song, I know for a fact if he released that song first, the battle would have been over from jump.
Or is this whole thing just orchestrated?
That's I think that seems like the most plausible, because I think they're both technically under Interscope.
Do you think they really hate each other?
That's why I wanted to know, T. Kristen, they're talking about before, they're bringing up rape, all this other stuff, him beating his wife and his fiance and all this other stuff, and his kid might not be his, or all this other. Why are you two guys beefing? It legit can't, for it to get to this way, for you, Kendrick, to say, oh, you just hate the way he walks and talks and stuff like that, to me, it doesn't seem like it's enough. Something clearly had to happen.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking Kendrick in all of this as the winner solely off of that last track. Honestly, I think he that was like the knockout punch.
Of course, I think that was definitely. I think most people would say that is 100% a knockout punch.
Yeah,
because you did what most people was expecting from Drake. You did a bop.
You're saying that people expected that from Drake.
I think not specifically that style
I
of
think
song.
that you're right though. I think that people expected Drake to come out with the song that everyone's going to be dancing
to. Yes, not necessarily that style of song,
singing along, like
not like a West Coast song, but just in general.
Yeah, exactly.
A back to back, like a song that I thought honestly that was going to be Drake's first song.
I don't even think back to back had the same effect to this, where like,
oh no, no way,
people are singing this song, like this is a catchy song, people are dancing to it.
I'll say back to back did, but also back to back was a different time in music where I think one, streaming wasn't as popping. People were still like listening to their own music that was downloaded on their own devices and things of that nature. So listening to back to back, you had to have it on your specific device and have it.
And I feel like that was when Spotify really only had not as many playlists.
I don't even know, was Spotify even popping like that, when back to back came out? Honestly, back to back was so long ago. I don't know what even Spotify, the state of Spotify, or even streaming at that time. Went back to back.
2016, 14.
Yeah, like I don't because I feel like even
2000.
I know for a fact I haven't been like streaming music for. Have you been streaming music for over a decade?
I don't know.
Like as listening to a majority of you, because like now y'all listen to a majority of music through streaming, right?
Yeah. I mean,
have you been paying for a subscription and listening to a majority of your music for a decade?
Maybe like a little less.
I would imagine so.
Like 8 years.
Maybe like, yeah, I can see that. But like, yes, what Kendrick...
Apple Music came out in 2015.
Okay.
And I don't think I had it at first. I think I got it maybe a few years after that.
What Kendrick did with Not Like Us is essentially what I think that most people thought Drake was going to do.
2015, it dropped.
Back to back?
Yeah.
Wow, the year of streaming. That's crazy.
But Drake did it. He tried. I think he made songs that were catchy and poppy, but they weren't songs that you're gonna play in the club like that.
Yeah, Back to Back was not the bop that Not Like Us is.
Not at all. I think at that time it was.
No,
At that time it was,
because we're not dancing to
they were definitely playing back to back in the club. They were playing
it, but they weren't dancing.
I think people were dancing it back to back. Most people would tell you that they were dancing it back to back. They knew the words. Is this your girls tour? Is this your world?
It definitely
is this world tour?
plays everywhere.
Yeah, back to back was definitely.
People might have
because
been
that's
singing
essentially
it.
what they could. That's
might
what they
have
were
been singing it and vibing to it, but they're not dancing to it.
I believe they were. T. I think we'd have to agree to disagree. At 2:15, were you outside like that?
How would you dance to that song?
What do you mean? How would you dance to that song? How couldn't you dance to that song? What do you mean? How would you dance to any song, T? Right now, how are you gonna answer that question? That sounds like a wild. Yeah, exactly. What are you?
That's what I hit him with.
Back. Yeah,
back to back.
Exactly.
That's how I get. That is hilarious.
But the fact that Not Like Us is, I wonder where that's honestly gonna be on the charts by the end of this week.
It's like the number one. He took
that Spotify, the Spotify broke the Spotify record.
They're saying that it hit number one on global Spotify chart with daily high of 10.9 million streams.
I want to hear it because they're playing it on the radio, so I want to hear where it's gonna be at on the actual Billboard.
Can you imagine being Kendrick right now? He's probably chilling somewhere, just
maybe.
Geez,
I'm not gonna lie. If for the Kendrick stands out there, I'm gonna be even though I would enjoy this victory, I'd be upset. I think we talked about it. T. What Drake had said at the end of The Hard Part 6 is very true. The last project we got from Kendrick was 2 years ago, and the next time we hear you is over a beef with Drake. Like, it's very clear. One thing, there's a couple of things that are very clear with this whole battle. Drake and Kendrick are extremely different artists. It's very clear.
For sure.
For sure.
But can we say also too that we really don't know much about Kendrick?
I think that's why
Drake.
I think we know a decent amount about Drake. Is we don't know much about Kendrick.
Yeah, we
but maybe we don't know anything about Kendrick because he lives a boring life.
No, I don't think that at all.
Because
you want to believe. See, you're the annoying stands that want to believe. You want to believe everything.
Saying.
See, ladies and gentlemen, you
do have a bias.
Yeah, you have a clear bias.
That's the only thing I've said so far.
No, you have a clear bias. You just said, "Oh, we can't believe this," and then believe that. You believe everything from Kendrick's side.
No. What I think from what I see about Kendrick is I don't think that he is, because to me, what do we have to prove about Drake? Anything that Kendrick has said. The only thing that we can have is that we've alluded, and it's been in the news before. We're paying attention. Drake sings and has been recorded to be with young women saying, I've been waiting for you to turn 18. Like, we have people coming out on podcasts saying like Drake's gonna turn out like R. Kelly, like give it a couple years, he likes young women. Like, these are things that are facts. Like, that's what I'm talking about. My personal opinion of Kendrick is I don't think that he's out and about pussy popping in the club like Drake. That's all he does. Because I see it on Turks and Caicos, on his Instagram story, on his Instagram photos he posts. Like, that's facts. Like, that's what he does.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but I'm saying we know more about Drake in the sense that he does interviews, he's in the limelight, like, whereas we don't hear from Kendrick. Like,
so if he's a woman beater and what Drake is said,
I don't know about that. I'm not going to confirm nor deny, because the only evidence we have of that is that there was a record, like a claim that it happened, and then he went on the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah.
And he said they brought it up, and he's like, no, that's literally not even me, and whatever. That could also be a lie. But I'm not saying
who went on the Breakfast Club?
He went in they asked him about it on the interview.
Who?
In the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast
They asked
Club.
Kendrick?
Yeah, I forgot what album he was promoting at the time or whatever, but they had just asked him about that incident or whatever.
What was the incident?
There was a recorded incident that he was beating somebody else and then hitting his partner.
Oh.
Whitney.
In Vegas. Now there's an interview from bystanders, women who were there, who witnessed it or whatever, that been posted, and you can see them now or whatever. But with all that, granted, I do take it with a grain of salt. But like Kristen's saying, we don't know much about Kendrick. But the same way we don't know much about Kendrick is the same way, hey, the stuff about Drake, it could be true, it could not. In the end, I'll ask you what I've asked anyone else about this battle after the mud has been slung from both sides. Do you, Kristen, honestly believe Drake to be a pedophile?
I believe Drake to be a creep. I believe Drake to be a abuser of power.
I think that he might be a groomer.
I think that he's absolutely a groomer. That's a great way to put it. I absolutely believe he's a groomer, which I would call that a creep. And that is an abuse of power.
Is that a pedophile, though?
Technically, it is, because they're children. If you're grooming a child who's 17 years old, right, 16 years old, you're kissing Kylie Jenner on the cheek, all fucking crazy at her birthday party.
All right. T, do you think Drake's a pedophile? Because that's a lot to put on someone's jacket.
It's a big word.
It's a bold claim.
I thought we couldn't even say that. I thought it was PDF file.
PDF file?
PDF file.
PDF file.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Do I think he's a PDF? No. I can't say that. I can't say that. Like I spoke on what I think. I think that he's a groomer. From what we've seen, like the songs, he's got songs about Georgia Smith.
He's got.
Granted, we were talking about this today, and I had someone look it up, but Georgia Smith dropped a track, they dropped all those Georgia Smith tracks, after she was already, I think, 19 or 21. Mm-hmm. So, but the story was that he wrote those a long time ago for Georgia Smith, mm-hmm, when she was a minor. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think that's kind of strange. The whole Millie Bobby thing, like, why are you hanging out with Millie Bobby?
Hey, two famous people. Last thing I'm gonna do is argue with their relationship because I'm not a famous person. I'm not a celebrity, so I can't just hit up Drake. Because if I was a celebrity, I probably would hit up Drake. My
whole thing though is that Kendrick told Drake to like chill out, like he knew some shit, and then this is what happened, and now people are on Drake. So it's like,
which to me makes me feel like the shit Drake is saying is true. If Kendrick had to go to that degree,
I mean, honestly,
realistically,
maybe it is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what. If Kendrick felt the need to go to that degree, then clearly there's some validity in what Drake is saying.
He also didn't defend it.
Didn't defend it at all. You see these Kendrick stands over here. Don't help.
I will say though, he said in the first song, like, you're a master manipulator, you're a liar, like you're gonna make up lies on the family front, which could be just like also like a step before to be like, I know your
move. Or he's protecting himself.
Yeah, 100%. Like either one. But I mean, it could be. Drake could be lying, because also too, if you're telling me that you lied about having a daughter to like snake me,
but weren't you the one that brought up the interview where they literally ask him about it and he denies it?
Yeah, but what are you saying?
Didn't that happen before the beef?
Yeah, the interview's old. The interview's old.
So that's what I'm saying. That's like kind of another red flag right there.
100%.
Yeah,
there's definitely,
absolutely.
There's for sure. This is the thing that comes down to is there's red flags on both sides. That's why it would have been crazy if the battle didn't get this dirty.
And that's why I wouldn't put past Drake to actually maybe have a daughter, and then maybe they have NDAs or they're paid out and they can't speak on anything.
Yeah.
Maybe. NDAs are only, from what I've seen, NDAs are only like...
Bro, you're talking about one of the biggest artists of all time.
Yeah, because you're going to have the exchange of money before you sign the NDA. Like, you get the money and then you sign. But it's not like, oh, take this, sign this NDA. Oh, you're pregnant now? Like, now you can't tell anybody. I don't think it's like that. I think it's...
Yeah, and
it's hush money.
And at the same time, realistically, I don't see what... Because... Do you know how many children Post Malone have? Do you know how many children Flow Rider has? So why does it matter how many children Drake has?
I think it's a concept of being a deadbeat dad.
Once again,
it's a rap beef, bro.
No, I'm just saying this in general, because someone's bringing it up like, oh, why aren't you promoting your children?
It's the fact that he's denying it.
Hold on. Prior to Kendrick dropping those bars, if Drake doesn't bring up that he has a daughter, what is he denying?
But is he taking care of the child?
Once again, that's none of our business.
But
we don't know that.
I feel like that would be the only reason to actually say something about it is if you have a
point.
If you
That's
have
the
a
only thing I'm
child
saying.
and you're not taking care of it versus having a child not telling the world and taking care of it. That's two very different things. But like not
He
growing.
takes care of Adonis, and we didn't know about Adonis.
Well, I think prior to that, yeah. Well, he might
don't
have
know
been.
if he was
He
taking
might
care of
have
him or
been,
not.
and we didn't know. We don't know. That's what I mean. We essentially it's all. What is that word when you're? Essentially, it's all like.
But it's weird though if he is with his daughter and he's taking mad photos with Adonis and showing Adonis, but not showing his daughter.
I think realistically, I think if Drake had a daughter, he'd have no problem at this point showing his daughter because like he's one of the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah, but he's a Scorpio. Scorpios are sneaky. They're secretive.
Maybe it's the whole Drake image. Maybe he like.
That's what it's about. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like Scorpios like to be mysterious and they don't like everyone to know their shit. So people knowing who he's been with, his baby moms, like that's probably not alluring to him.
You think Drake's mysterious? Drake kind of.
He's a Scorpio.
I think Kendrick's mysterious. That's mysterious.
Yeah.
Cardi's mysterious. Playboy, like Drake doesn't seem very mysterious to me.
Because he's
He's got a curtain up.
Of course, he can't show everything. Yeah,
It's smoke and mirrors, bro. Everything he raps about, like
he has a Leo rising.
I don't think we know the true Drake. To be honest, I don't think there is one from what we see from his music. I think that he just makes music that people can relate to because he has so many. The reality is he's got multiple writers probably writing for him, and it's like that music probably gets, the lines are so blurred between these different ideals. Like we don't know,
which is fair. But then that's when I'm like, okay, if you can comfortably say we have multiple writers writing for him,
okay,
then how can you hold any of his lyrics against him and say, oh, you're a creep because of this you said in the song? If you have multiple writers writing for you,
I think it's all about, at the end of the day, if I
it's
have
the actions, bro.
Because if one of my girlfriends went to not prison, she got in trouble. I have a different friend that went to prison. Got in trouble because she turned in a fake pharmacy thing, a prescription. The prescription. She turned in a fake prescription and she got herself a felony. So I think it's about, you have to take ownership to what you are putting out there. So if my name's on it, it's mine. If the car's in my name, it's my car. It's Tesla's car. They made it.
Well, hold on. What is this in relation to as far as what?
To having songwriters? So like, why would you be okay with putting a song with your name on it where you're saying that a high school looks like a strip club parking lot?
Was that a bar? What bar was that in? What song was that in?
Daddy's Home.
So
I'm gonna pull up the bar.
Sierra Canyon looking like a Magic City parking lot.
I got you, bro.
What
Sierra Canyon is a high school.
Was that?
It's peep this. It's from
oh, that was on
Certified Lover
that's
Boy.
Why I didn't listen to really that Certified Lover Boy.
So he said this was a bar. He said, N-words say they need to stop. I stand at the top, and that's how I know you've never seen the top. Sierra Canyon parking lot, looking like Magic City parking lot. Hear the talks when I walk by, like you know it's over when we drop.
What does What does Genius say about those lyrics when you click on them?
It's stupid.
Oh, it doesn't actually break it down in
I
a
mean,
legit way?
Here Drake says nothing, does not say Sierra King. He says Sierra Canyon parking lot, looking like Magic City parking lot, referring to the basketball team of the famous high school Sierra Canyon, in which he famously attended games with Michael B. Jordan, and which the crowds never disappoint, which would lead to a packed parking lot like Magic City parking lot, which they have famously sold out in arenas for a state championship and even their home court at Sierra Canyon.
How come Michael B. Jordan ain't catching no slack for that?
That's a wild bar, though.
Because he clearly was there, too.
Yeah, we need to...
What's good with Michael B.?
We need to talk about
Drake
that.
was there like
Why
that?
are you at Sierra Canyon?
It's delayed.
Yeah. For real though, like, why are you at?
Well, come on now. Travis Scott has gone to high school games. Every celebrity's gone to high school games.
But Drake, nah, bro. That's
what I'm saying. That's not weird for celebrities to pull up to high school games at all. Mad celebrities have pulled up to high school games. I think that based off of timing and what's going on right now, they're gonna look at anything, because you see they just tried to dig up old stuff on Metro Boomin that he had
I'm saying he has love songs to Jordan Smith and like the Millie Bobby shit. Like, why are you talking to Millie Bobby?
Well, Millie Bobby felt comfortable enough to say that on a red carpet, so I would
also please understand that she was young and not using her brain fully. If that's the case, that's not an excuse. It's not a confirmation that it for sure happened. But
so you can't say it then and erase that. Then, if you just said it's not an excuse, you can't say it.
If you're a young teenager and Drake's talking to you, of course you're going to talk to him.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It's not like she didn't. She didn't keep her mouth shut, because if she would have kept her mouth shut if it was something serious, we can't confirm that. She could have just said her shit because she was excited about talking to Drake as a 14-year-old girl.
So if it's innocent, then.
But we don't know that it's innocent. I'm just saying, either way.
There's an interview where she says that Drake gave her advice on boys.
That interview,
that is weird. That is weird.
Why?
For a grown man to give a young woman who is not his family relationship advice on boys.
Why? Why is it weird?
Because it is.
You didn't answer my question. Why is it weird?
It's weird because you're not her family. Why are you all of a sudden going into this fatherly protective role
if she asks him a question, because now you talk about Millie Bobby, she's the face of this Netflix show, shot into stardom overnight. Her family is probably relatively normal people. So now that she's a celebrity and she has access to all these celebrities that she's fans of, she has this relationship with Drake. She's now a celebrity who's talking to men her own age who are celebrities. And yeah, she might not be dealing with Bobby from high school. She's dealing with some other kid who's driving to high school in a Ferrari, and she doesn't know how to talk to him or deal with him. Yeah, I might ask a Drake or maybe someone else who's on that level, who's been a celebrity for mad long, and see, is this dude playing me? Does he really like me? Is that crazy, or am I crazy right now?
I think that is insane for someone at Drake's age to be giving a child advice. Regardless, I think you just say, like, that's
for
not
you
your
not
business.
to give a kid advice if they asked you a legit question. I think that's crazy. I would, if a girl came to you, Kristen, or a boy, let's say a little 15-year-old boy is like, yo, there's a girl that I like and I want to talk to her.
It was the way she answered it, though.
She's, like Kristen said, she's she's 15 at the time, on the red carpet, is probably realizing as she's saying it how wild it's sounding, because that's what it looked like.
Because then later on she said what's in the text messages.
Well, because they asked her pretty much what advice. They was like, oh, what? Because she was like, oh, he gives me advice on boys. He was like, what kind of advice does he give me? And that's what she said.
And that's what I'm saying. What's the advice? That you should date older men?
It could. All right, see.
That's what I'm saying, though, and that's why it's not your business as a grown man to be giving a child advice. And that's why you should stay in your fucking lane as a grown man.
Listen, that was a wild stretch.
Yeah, that was a wild reach right there.
But that's why it's inappropriate for a grown man that's not your family to have any influence on what he says to you. Because what if it's, oh, don't date those type of guys. Don't date these type of guys.
What if it's relatively normal? What if it's like, oh no, he seems like a genuine
But because
boy.
That's not your business to give another child. I'm just saying, an adult, an 18-year-old, go right ahead.
An 18-year-old is probably not going to ask for advice.
Listen, I think that it's just not Drake's business to be given a child relationship advice who's a young girl who's literally 13 or 14 years old. That's insane to me.
Don't young her out. She was 15 years old at the time. She was 15 years old. And if she's saying it on the carpet,
ask any mother though. Honestly, ask anybody who has a child, has a daughter. Ask them what they think about that. I would love to know the response.
That's what I'm saying. I've been asking around, and that's
women with children.
women with children, just people in general.
But ask women with children.
Because I asked you just now, what would you do if a boy came up to you 15 years and asked you that same question? Hey, like a girl's talking to me, I don't know what to do. Are you just gonna leave him high and dry?
Say, ask your mom.
My mom. Would you really?
Yeah, that's wild, ladies and gentlemen.
If it's Rachel's son, I would give him advice. But if it's like I have one client who I'm very close with his mom. Like we talk all the time. If he asked me for advice, I would maybe talk to him. But I'm not. If some other person is asking me for advice, it's not my position. It's also I'm 32.
We also don't know their relationship. Though.
But
that's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're literally
36 years old talking to a 13-year-old, 14-year-old.
Sounds like you would just. It sounds like you're naming the exact same situation that Drake was in.
No,
because you don't know the relationship. You don't know Drake's relationship.
So are
with
you
their family.
saying that like Drake's a predator? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying I believe Drake to be a groomer, and I believe Drake to have a.
She said it earlier. She said. I said
Drake's.
But I agree. I also agree that he is a groomer, and I agree that he I believe that he has a misuse of power, and I think that's what you guys aren't thinking about is that it's like. Regardless of because the difference between me and Drake is that I'm not Drake. I'm just a girl. Drake is literally a huge celebrity who has so much imprint in saying anything.
My thing though is how come we're not holding Kendrick accountable for like him potentially beating on his woman? Because that's
crazy.
A bad thing.
Of course.
But like he's not really getting.
Nah, he ain't gonna catch nothing for that. They ain't gonna. Come on.
I feel like that's kind of crazy.
Kendrick Sampson, because he's done his job as far as the real control of the people. He figured out, all right, if it's gonna be this type of battle, then I'll throw the dirt. That's gonna.
It was really harder. It was really the A minor that literally saved him.
I'm gonna throw the dirt. That's gonna be hard to get off your jacket. You could throw the dirt. You threw that dirt at me.
He threw the dirt in his eyes, bro. Drake
exactly. The dirt that Drake threw at him. Kendrick was like, okay, people are not gonna. They have a clear bias with this. They'll overlook women getting beat all day. Pedal shit. Once I put that on your jacket, it's gonna be harder. Look how Kristen gets about that shit. But Kristen don't give a fuck about that shit. She ain't saying nothing about that.
I didn't say that. Nobody brought it up.
It's been.
We're bringing it up now. We're trying to have an opportunity to speak about it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Kristen, yeah.
But again, you have to believe, like, understand that I'm not willing to say based off of. Drake has multiple accounts, like several accounts. Kendrick has one account, and if it's fucking true, he's a loser. Do you want me to? Does that make you feel more comfortable? Because I do believe that, but at the same time, I'm going based off of like evidence that I have. Like, if this is a fucking court, what's our evidence? Drake has many more offenses of being a fucking perv, like commenting on Billie Eilish, which is also too when he turns around and makes a song and says, "I'm way too famous for this," which is insane, and that's what a predator and a creep says.
That video that leaked or whatever was actually crazy as well.
Which one?
Where Drake was like being salacious or whatever.
What video he's being salacious?
He's wagging his penis around.
Oh,
I didn't see the video, but you talking the nude video? What's wrong with that? I mean, I didn't. What's?
And he mentioned it in the rap song. I think that's just crazy that Drake is at a level where he's doing that, and it's like.
Yeah, wow. But if he sent that to a chick and the chick uploaded it to the internet, he ain't in control of that.
But do we know that that's what happened?
We don't know what happened. All we know is that a video of Drake got uploaded on the internet.
Because he could be all willy-nilly with the video, just sending it to anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure Drake, because Drake is a normal human like us and deals with, I'm sure, a lot of women whoever I'm sure uploaded that video is no longer in the Drake rotation. Whoever she is. She definitely...
Unless he put it out.
I don't see Drake doing that. Be a little weird. I don't think Drake would have put that video out. I don't think any guys... well, I'm sure some guys are, but like Drake doesn't seem like the guy who would need to upload a video of
but
I don't know what he gets out of doing. What he gets out of doing that.
Attention. Attention. He's clearly a glutton for attention, and he clearly is an egomaniac.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, based off what the evidence we have to support this claim, he seems like an egomaniac, in my humble opinion.
Maybe I can't argue with that. Hold on, what is it? What is it? Egomaniac. I hate when they use this.
A maniac of ego.
That's what I'm saying. I hate when they use.
Is that what it says?
Essentially,
He's
they're
insane
saying
about his ego.
He's
It's
just
like
someone who's self-centered.
Yeah.
Which,
like, his ego is what drives him, what continues to fuel him for the next thing he does.
Which
I mean,
if you're the biggest artist in the world,
he releases great music.
The biggest artist in the world, the biggest artist in the world who isn't would be a hard find. Because most of them I feel like are.
Yeah, to a degree.
Yeah, I say most of them. To even want to be the biggest artist or get to that level, you kind of probably would have to be a little bit of a egomaniac. I think that's one of the reasons why Kendrick is, we know less about Kendrick. He's not technically the biggest artist in the world, even though he is a big artist. And but I don't think he would probably isn't. But at the same time, I'm sure if you hang around Kendrick enough, you be like, damn, this dude's a dick. Yeah, like, I don't think Kendrick is waiting for his sushi. I'm sure he wants it right now, type shit. You know, like,
you can't say that.
I'm assuming because he's a rich man and lives a certain way that there's no way. I feel like everyone's affected.
There's rich people that
I'm sure everyone's affected to that degree.
I don't think so.
To the degree where
you're impatient.
No, just the way you live your life is not the same once money's injected into it. Once money and power is injected into it.
Depends on where you're from, man, and how you're raised.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's people that are still humble when they're.
Maybe to a degree, I would assume that, but at the same time, when you hear like allegations of domestic abuse from someone like Kendrick Lamar, then you gotta right there put him in the category as like, yes, there are those people, but Kendrick Lamar isn't an outlier. He's a normal human being.
Yeah, who's been through trauma.
Exactly.
His own thing.
So for me to be like instantly, oh, he's not that, or money hasn't affected him like that, I'm not going to instantly think that.
I can't either. I mean, I'm not going to deny anything that was said.
So I got to assume to a degree, yeah, if I walk into a room with Kendrick,
you can't assume that
if I walk into a room with Kendrick, I'm not going to think that I can just dap him up and treat him like a normal nigga. That's still Kendrick Lamar.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. When he walks into the room, I doubt he's now at this stage in his life, he's walking into the room like, oh yeah, I'm just another nigga. No, I'm fucking Kendrick Lamar.
I think that, and he very much stays to himself. So
yeah, he's in the apartment in New York.
Live that, and that's a humble lifestyle.
I doubt that apartment he's living in New York is humble at all. I'm sure that shit is probably crazy.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I doubt Kendrick Lamar is living in anything that don't look. I'm sure he got just. I can see his place being spacious. He just got the oldest Picasso on his wall.
We need to bring back MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. I would love to.
Do you know that some of that was fake?
Yeah. They would just rent the cribs because
that sucks.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff back then was. So was stuff on Pimp My Ride was fake.
Yeah, Pimp My Ride.
Yeah,
wow.
Man.
And then Pimp My Ride, they would just like fix your ride, but they would actually destroy it.
They would destroy your car.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they would mess up your car a lot.
A lot of the stuff that they would do was actually not like realistic.
Structurally,
safe. So
they'd have to take it off your car after the show was filmed.
So like take the DVD players out.
We put a fish tank in your trunk.
Remember when they put the hot tub?
They put a hot tub. They had to take that out. Yeah. They there's one dude who they had to take it out because he likes to go camping, so he can like make marshmallows and stuff off his exhaust pipe. It was like a flame shooter.
We should watch the worst reveals.
No. And people,
see if they have one.
There was one because they had to tell people like, yo, you got to act more excited for your car when they reveal it. And the dude was like, oh, like he said, oh. I found this dude on YouTube who actually found one of the cars off of there, and that was like
in the junkyard.
Yeah, and he fixed it up.
I used to have the biggest crush on Exhibit. Wow.
Exhibit was that dude though.
X to the Z.
X to the Z. Exhibit was that dude. Nah, for real, for real.
That was a great show.
And he said they tried to bring him back to do the show again, but they weren't trying to pay him. They weren't offering a big enough bag. Like they were paying him, but it wasn't enough money for him to come back and do it again.
Why would they do these things to these cars? Horrid. That's dark.
Yeah, I mean, to wrap it up, Kendrick, if you can't tell from what we talked about, Kendrick clearly won the battle. Drake's last song, The Hard Part 6, was a damage control track for sure.
Yeah, he was pleading his case.
He was definitely pleading his case. Once you get to that in the battle,
He said, I don't diddle kids.
But
dead in the middle of little did we know that we riddles.
That'd have been a fire ass bar.
Diddly.
But I will say, yeah, hopefully we can actually get music from Kendrick, and it's not like another 2 years before we get music that's not beef related from this man. Because
we'll see an album soon.
Hopefully, I hope so.
I think so.
Because it's clear from just this little bit of battling that hip hop needs Kendrick.
I think we're gonna see more Kendrick, because I think that a lot of people probably feel the same way that we feel. Like, there's no way you can pop out for this and disappear for another 2 years. Like,
but if he does, what does it mean though? What is it in reality? Because if I'm Kendrick, like, so what? What does it even mean for Kendrick's, like? Because in reality, for most fans of Kendrick, it's not really affecting his legacy. His albums are certified to the world.
He won.
He beat Drake, even though that's the thing. Like I said, Drake has been beaten before.
No, but beating Drake is an accolade.
No, I'm not gonna say that is nothing. But this is not something that we've never seen before. Drake has been shown
with who
that Drake can be beaten.
By who?
By just the culture. When Drake first came out with So Far Gone, the average dude hated this motherfucker.
That's not being beat by the...
No, I'm just saying just in general. Like, Drake had to win over...
That's like one of his first projects.
I'm talking about just in general. What artist comes out with their first product and most dudes hate them? Most guys. And he's still popping.
But that's the thing, is that
still popping,
he still had an audience with women.
That's what I mean. And most dudes hate him.
But that's
he turned on women.
Ooh.
There you go. He found
How much will it cost for you to pipe down? You think we didn't hear that?
Ooh.
It's crazy. It's crazy to use your tongue against women, any woman, when that's who got you popping.
Damn. I want to play the drops right now. Hold on. I need my shit.
Hey, that's the only point when people say, Kristen, all right, that's when you got to keep it equal. Where's Kendrick at? Because he loved his black queens, but he also beat on them.
It's fucked up if it's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid, right?
If that's true, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, you sound weird, T.
Yeah, I'm trying to adjust the audio because it keeps crashing. I don't know what's going on, man.
But, yeah, I don't know if hip-hop will ever get anything close to this again, especially with how they were releasing music back-to-back to that degree.
Yeah, man. Honestly.
Because even when Jay-Z and Nas were beefing like this.
It was historical. It was. It was great.
We never got music when 50 was beefing with whoever.
I'm actually kind of mad, though, that Kanye came out and wrote a diss song.
Like, not necessary.
Not necessary at all.
I thought it was just like fun lore.
Not only did he make a song, but he also had a cringe-worthy interview.
The interview was worse. That was the worst thing.
That interview was horrible.
It was the worst thing ever.
I didn't see the interview.
Yeah, well, it was just
because I'm God.
Yeah, and Justin Boy like, oh yeah, you God,
bro.
Or when he's like, oh, you look good, you working out, like,
yeah, you look good, man. You look like you in shape.
Like, what is the problem, dude, bro?
What is happening?
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
I love Kanye, but come on, bro, you're losing me, dog.
Maybe we can get maybe we can get Uzi and Playboy Cardi. Maybe that'll be the next great battle.
I really don't want to see that, dog. I don't want to see that.
Why? Because you won't be able to understand anything?
I keep thinking about it. I keep playing that out in my head, like Cardi versus Uzi. And it's just like, I don't want to see that.
I feel like people wouldn't know who's who.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I'm trying to think what other... Because, all right, let's... Them aside... Realistically, what other two artists could we even that are that skilled or big in their own right that we could actually get this from that would be just as competitive? Y'all are thinking way too hard. There's no artist. That means there's nobody. There's
I don't know, maybe
nobody.
like Big Sean and somebody.
She said,
Big Sean.
Big Sean. I don't know.
Chris, it was crazy is that Big Sean technically dropped a project in between all this, and it got stepped on between Drake and Kendrick stuff. He just put
He's
out
gonna do an album.
No one cares.
Or he put out a new. He definitely just dropped a new single. Dropped a new single. He did the NPR Tiny Desk joint, and look at that, got stepped on.
Constantly getting overlooked.
Kanye always get overlooked.
Always,
dude.
bro.
And who would you say, Big Sean versus who though, Kristen?
I don't know. It's the only name that I could think. I was like, who's like a good rapper?
Big Sean versus Kid Cudi.
Big Sean versus himself. Big Sean versus his release dates.
Dude, for real, because I don't think there's any
But
other
who
rapper.
else? I feel like that's a decent contender.
That's
Who is he
I'll say
going
this.
against?
I have no idea. That's the only name I can come up with.
What about Travis Scott versus?
No, stop.
Yo, Chris
Travis
is right.
Scott has never said anything. He didn't even say anything when those people died at his funeral
I get
or at
them
his thing.
goosebumps
Yeah, he
every
didn't,
time.
He didn't even say nothing
No, I'm not
then.
gonna lie. I was legit expecting something on Utopia. Granted, maybe he lacks the lyrical dexterity to say something without it offending people, because it might be too simple. Like, I'm sorry that they died.
Yeah.
I didn't really like, something too simple where it's like, it's like offensive to a degree because he's not gonna go in depth. But
Kind of
like,
crazy how he still has his Nike deal.
he didn't lose any deal.
But like,
Cacti's about to come back.
do we think that that's unfair that he has a Nike deal like that? Like, he has his own silhouette. That's crazy. When you really think about it,
I mean,
his deal with Nike must be crazy.
let's be real, because even I'll concede to what even Kristen has said a lot earlier in this podcast. Just in general, when it comes to celebrities, because all the stuff that Kendrick has said about Drake, all the receipts that they dug up about him were old. Everything that Drake said about Kendrick was technically old. It's all stuff in the past, stuff that's happened. With Travis, what we just said, stuff that celebrities, people just know if they rock with him and they garnish enough fan base and bringing up stuff, will just get swept under the rug and get
100%.
overlooked. That's why, yes, what Kristen says to a degree about Drake has validity, because look at what it took.
I think it depends on who they are, though.
No, look at what
if you're too vocal and like out there, I think that people have.
Nah, T, where that's wrong. R. Kelly was the most low key motherfucker out there. R. Kelly wasn't out there in front of everybody like how Diddy was, having throwing Diddy parties and stuff like that. No, we found out about this stuff because people had to come up and say stuff. R. Kelly is very low key. You were not finding photos of R. Kelly or seeing him all over the place.
That's valid, yeah.
Like, so with Drake stuff and all that stuff, like, look at what it took finally. They caught R. Kelly, how old was he? They caught Bill Cosby, how old was he? They caught all those dudes, how old were they?
Exactly.
You know? So realistically, when it comes to that, I think it's more or less when you can't do anything else for me, maybe. All right, now it's time to pay the piper.
Do you think that years later we're gonna see this in Drake?
Well, what I'll say is this. No, I'll say no with Drake because it's clearly, I think personally, it's clearly been something in his career. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm sure he didn't want to do the Heart Part 6. But when...
It didn't sound like he wanted to.
I'm sure he didn't want to do the Heart Part 6. But when the people who work with Drake, around Drake, were seeing the response of the world to Not Like Us, I'm sure Drake got a call from those special people and was like, hey Drake, hey Mr. Drake, hey Mr. Arbery, I know you're having fun with this whole rap battle thing, but you got some sneakers coming out later this week. You got a concert later this week. You got the sale coming up. Can you please clean this up? Can you? I know you're having fun with this rap battle, but this is.
But you have a pair of K-Swisses coming out.
Someone's saying that you're a pair affiliate.
K-Swiss.
They look like K-Swiss.
They do look a little K-Swissers. I've never been a fan of Drake's sneaker silhouettes.
The gloves sold out. Those are sick.
The gloves were the coolest thing of the whole drop, honestly. But How much are the gloves? How much was the price of the gloves?
80 below.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. But I'm sure Drake got a call from the people who work with him. Was like, yo, bro, you got to clean this up. Like, you got to do some damage control because this pedal stuff is getting run with, regardless of what people feel like. In the end of the day, it's catching fire. It's trending.
Yeah.
You know. So the only thing I hope with Kendrick, because now that you've openly, which I don't think Kendrick really wanted to do, he gave him warnings. When you openly judge someone on something like that, we all know. I think Kendrick felt comfortable judging him or openly judging him on that because there's nothing in his past that someone could dig up. But we all know how this world works now, especially in 2024 and on. All it takes is one person to make an allegation of some sort. So I pray that Kendrick does not get in any trouble for anything close to this, because you know the internet is going to be headhunting for this nigga at this point.
Yeah. To
catch this dude on anything remotely close or would make him look foolish. Because like I said, I don't know if you guys noticed, they went through Metro Boomin's, because he was liking stuff and commenting on it or whatever. They went through Metro Boomin's old tweets, saw all the stuff that he was retweeting and reposting and stuff like that from way back. That was like pedo stuff, RAPE stuff. Like, it was wild stuff.
Yikes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's
and
not good.
if you were looking at it, you were seeing him delete it in real time because people were bringing up the tweets and reposting it. And you see, if you go to it in real time, someone was a screen recording and you see the tweets getting deleted. Like, he was looking at it and then refreshing it and it was like tweet deleted. So clearly, like, one thing for certain, when you judge someone openly about someone, you got to make sure your past is clean. That's why I felt
and
like,
not only your past, but everybody that you surround yourself with.
Because yes, Kendrick brought up
because that's the whole gag. It's like you and your friends are pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true. So yeah, no, 100%. Anyone around Kendrick, for sure. And Kendrick comes from a crazy ass area of LA, and I'm sure he probably takes care of a lot of people from, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. He said stuff about entourages and things of that nature, so maybe he doesn't take care of a lot of people. But as long as he can keep his nose clean, I think he'd be good. But you know the internet is going to be headhunting for anything for Kendrick to slip up in any way, shape, or form.
Well, we'll let the internet do its thing and we'll see.
Yeah. But I will, man. Do you think he's gonna marry Shorty? He's probably not gonna marry her.
Okay, I will say, all the Drake shit he said, I think that was like the most, like, that probably hurt because that's real. Because I mean, if they're really together and you've been married, if you've been engaged for that long,
that's that Kendrick bullshit that I think his fans, not to say you, Kristen, but a lot of his fans just soak up and just think, yo, Kendrick is a regular. He's great. He's a talented artist. Because that's extremely hurtful. He's a talented artist. He's great. He's a great creative. But he's still a regular. He's doing regular nigga shit.
Yeah.
And that is regular shit. Like, bro, so stop. You gotta.
Because that is a fact. If they've been engaged, they're not married. If they're still together,
he does not plan on marrying that girl.
Are they together? We don't know, right?
I mean, all right. Let's just look at that. How crazy is that? If Kendrick is BM, he proposed to her in 2015, still not married, and she had a baby with his with Dave Free, who is his manager. Is that wild? See, when I'm hearing it in the song, and I'm like, damn, that's wild.
I mean, I didn't know it was his manager.
That's who Dave Free is. I believe Dave Free is or GM.
That's actually wild.
That's pretty crazy.
He directed one of the music videos.
Yeah, that's it.
From his last album.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Drake's jobs, bro. Especially, excuse me, the video.
Bless you.
Bless me. The video where Family Matters, bro.
Yeah.
He's crushing the car
from Recover. And then how the hell did you find that thing?
Yeah, that was a crazy diss. And then also when he's like, Dave Free.
Yeah, Dave Free. Yeah, no, 100%. That's one thing we got from this is just artists going back and forth, releasing songs. It's sad that it got so dirty at the end, but
started just pouring hot tea on each other's faces.
Yeah, that's what I'll say is a little weird. Like that we have two men who are almost 40 years old just throwing tea about each other. Is that weird at all? There's two men who are just spilling tea about each other. That's a little. It did seem
maybe it's been brewing and they just finally let it go.
It did seem a little Maury-ish at this point at the end, or Jerry Springer's was they fight on stage, right?
Yeah, but I feel like by the end of it, it was giving all of its lies. This was all a show.
It does that's what they were saying. At the end, by the end of it, it was seeing like it was. People were saying it's like WWE now. It's just wrestling.
It's just like fake. All
it's
is fake.
WWE. Like how am I going to be able to spin it so that people rock with it? And Kendrick, I think, did it the best. He knew one. I think he not say he had an advantage because I don't know who did any of Drake's music, but he went to Mustard. That was the best move right there.
Bro, as soon as that song starts.
Let me go to a dude who's making certified hits whenever you hear Mustard on a beat. You already know. Like, that right there was the move. I think Jake, he should have locked in with, who's the dude Take Heat. Yeah, he should have, we needed an intro that had the producer drop that you knew was gonna be a fire ass song. When you hear that Mustard on a beat in that song, you're like, oh shoot. If he had went to Take Key or something, who else did Drake rock with that'd be doing 40? But I don't know.
But he doesn't have a job.
I don't think he has a job. Southside. But a lot of these dudes, unfortunately, might not even be rocking with Drake. That's what it is. That's the issue.
Mustard on the beat.
A lot of these dudes might not be rocking with Drake.
That song is absolutely great.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. I wonder where it's gonna end up on the charts, on the Billboard.
Well, now we got Gunna dropping an album. We got
what the hell?
Future dropping a tape.
Which out of all of this that we just talked about, I think that's pretty incredible. That right there is the biggest thing right now.
We need to talk about Future because he's killing it.
Well, one, it's a mixtape.
Okay.
And it's right after Drake and Kendrick just went at each other for a whole month.
And it's after he dropped two
month.
Bro, and he did a back-to-back album. And the second album was 2 parts.
And there were definitely jabs thrown at Future in a few Drake songs, for sure.
Yep.
Nothing too crazy, I don't think.
He's going to address it on there.
I think he's doing more. Well, that's the thing. Future's not incredibly lyrical. To say the least.
But he's gonna have some dirt in there.
That's because I feel like they did take like that. And once people heard Kendrick's verse, I felt like they took Future's verse and was like, oh, he's talking about Drake on this shit. Because you could instantly, I feel like when you listen to Future's verse, you're like, oh, he's talking about Drake on this shit. He's got to be like, but I don't know. To be dropping a mixtape right after this, I'm sure he's going to address something on it.
And it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't drop it off the heels of these, after all this. He wouldn't come out with a new album unless it was heat.
And he said in the tweet, he said something about, oh, why is my mixtape better than your album type shit.
But then and then Gunna come out and says, fuck what they talking about. Dropping my album the same day.
Well, Gunna was smart. I think Gunner's, I don't know if that was even planned. I think Gunna's taking advantage of Kendrick because Kendrick mentioned his name. And him just having a ton of music probably in the stash to release at any given moment.
We'll see what it's looking like.
Yeah.
We're only a couple days away.
This weekend's gonna be crazy with new music. Also, I'll say it did get stepped on. I don't know how much you guys fuck with it, but last week Tekka put out a bunch of new music.
I peeped a couple singles.
I thought they were really good. They were nice.
Tekka's a great artist.
Yeah, he is, and that's why. If you look at the comments, that's all they were saying in the comments was, "No, Tekka, why are you releasing it?" People are saying like, "You're making the best music of your life. Don't release it right now," like because it was clearly getting stepped on, like through this battle. But yeah, Tekka did put out some new songs. Did you listen to the new Gunna single? Did you listen to the single?
No.
Okay, it's pretty hard. We'll bump it after this. All right, it's just hard. So,
let's see. Anything else we want to talk about?
Let's see if there's anything else we need to talk about. I mean, just the only thing else that I think we didn't talk about was just
the Met Gala.
The Met Gala outfits, which I know. Well, the only one, Kristen, I need to know right now what you thought of is Doja's.
Listen, I love Doja. I support what she does. She looked good as hell. Okay, makeup on 100 million.
The outfit?
I don't care about it.
No.
Wait, was that makeup really 100 million?
Yeah.
She had like eyes dripping type.
Pat McGrath did her makeup. She looked amazing.
But the what was it? Did she just put on like a wet robe? Or a wet like gown?
Yeah,
I found out they used a hair gel for that.
That's why they kept it
to
like
make it look wet
all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I heard a take that it was like because it was a cotton T-shirt and it was like cotton is a flower, so it was just like her.
Oh, how it fits in with the theme?
Because it was a garden of whatever. So
the
she
garden
just wore
of
a T-shirt.
garden of or last garden, something like that.
Sleeping Beauties, or what was it called?
Hold on, I forgot what it's called.
Sleeping Beauties, a garden.
Yeah.
From the past or something. A garden.
Met Gala theme. Met Gala Garden of Time.
Garden of Time.
Garden of Time. I feel like if you took every like if you took all the people's outfits, let's say they were all just like NPCs in a room, in the Garden of Time, because you've seen how they made the red carpet into green and all that. Let's say that was a room. I feel like she would fit into that space in the Garden of Time. She looks like a character out of the Garden of Time. Some dress wearing.
Like,
what's that one girl in Harry Potter that's crying? Whining Myrtle or whatever.
Yeah.
One of the ghosts in the mansion.
Crying Myrtle.
Crying Myrtle.
Why did you have a favorite? Did you what about like?
So I really did love Aurora James' outfit.
James. I don't know if I seen.
She's the owner of the 15% Pledge. I thought her outfit, her dress was incredible, and then I also, who else did I love?
The water girl.
Yeah, I really loved Tyler's outfit.
Oh, Tyler's outfit, the sand one, yeah, it was cool.
And I loved seeing her get.
She
carried
couldn't even
up
walk in that thing though.
She got carried up like the little teapot. She just put her hand right on her hip, got lifted up.
That's incredible. That's when I'm like, all right, what do we got doing here? Because she couldn't walk.
Yeah.
Cardi B couldn't walk.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian could definitely not.
Kim Kardashian didn't even have heels on.
She could, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, because there's something that goes on.
She had high heel shoes on, but it didn't have a pointy toe, or a pointy back, like a stiletto part. It was just the flat tips. She was on her tippy toes, the way the shoes. You know how
high heels on my tippy.
Because I've seen people hating on it. Did you like it?
I didn't really care.
I didn't see that part of the outfit.
Also, I'm off. I don't care about them.
I thought, what's her name? Kendall Jenner killed it.
Yeah, her outfit was good.
Kendall Jenner. Oh yeah, she was wearing something vintage. I remember that. It had
never been worn.
It had never been worn before. I think it was.
She said this is the first time it was ever worn on a human.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, relax.
Yeah, because I read that. It was like, this has only been on a mannequin.
It's just like, relax.
What about J-Lo? You rock with J-Lo's fit?
I just don't really rock with J-Lo in general.
What's up with this? I'm noticing that. Hold on, what's people's beef with J-Lo?
She's inauthentic.
That's what I mean. Like, what? Because I've noticed it. I've heard this.
Her music's not real.
I've been hearing this trend.
She's not Jenny from the block?
But just in general, like, it's consistent. She's not Jenny from the block.
I'm just Jenny from the block.
She's not Jenny from the block then. Well, is she? She's not. Is she still doing music?
You have to. Listen. Yeah, I think she still does. She's sing.
Oh, okay.
And does residencies.
Oh, okay. But she's not making this. There's not new J-Lo music, is there?
I just think that she's out of her mind, and I think that she had a great legacy, and she should have stopped a long time ago before she ruins it, just like Nicki Minaj.
Oh, she did. This Is Me Now, 2024. She just released this.
You are such a gorgeous grown woman. Just rest.
I wonder how this album is.
Just take a nap.
I wonder how this out. Nah, Kristen, we gotta at least.
We're gonna listen to this.
We gotta at least try it. We gotta at least try it. It's 2024 J-Lo. This Is Me. ... Now.
We'll check it out.
We gotta check it out. At least we gotta do the Kim through it and just skim through it.
Ooh, that was a bar.
That was I think the second song on Drake's joint. I just did the Kim through it. I just skimmed through it.
We're gonna watch the new Planet of the Apes on Friday.
Oh, you're gonna go see it?
I'm excited.
Are y'all caught up?
We should rewatch one of them.
Maybe rewatch the last one.
Okay.
But we're caught up.
I need to rewatch the last one.
We binge watched the 3 because Kristen had never seen it.
It was really good.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting tired.
All right, Kristen's getting tired. I'm getting tired. T's getting tired. We love you guys.
Thanks for coming.
But hold on. Before you go, best Met Gala fit, Kristen. Oh, you said that chick. What was her name?
Aurora James.
Aurora James. T. Who? What was your best Met Gala fit?
I thought, the one that Kristen's mentioning, Aurora, it was pretty cool. Just for the craftsmanship of it.
Yeah.
It was dope.
I'm gonna say, if not Cardi B, Bad Bunny for looking like a pirate.
I love Cardi B's, but I feel like we've seen it before and we've seen it better.
Cardi B.
From who? Oh, someone's done that before?
I mean, she always does a huge dress. I feel like when Rihanna does it, it's always different.
I mean, Kendall Jenner was good.
Kendall's was good. Her hair was good.
Whoa, Ashley Graham. Okay. You know who that is?
Kristen hates Ashley.
I don't hate her.
Who is she?
Listening to her interview, though, she talks like...
Who's Ashley
My
Graham?
elite employee.
She just... Yeah, I actually do follow her and I love her, but watching her on an interview,
Lil Nas X? He look pretty fly. Oh, you don't fuck with Lil Nas X?
Yeah, it was cool. I thought Gambino...
Kristen's not answering the question.
Donald Glover was cool.
About who?
Lil Nas X.
I didn't really care about the outfit. It wasn't nothing special.
No, I was just wondering if you fuck with Lil Nas X or not.
Yeah, he's chill.
Oh, okay. What about Lana Del Rey?
No, that shit was trash.
I mean,
shit was trash.
Or
get those twigs out of here.
Zendaya's two fits. You know, like her two fits.
Yeah, I liked her dress. For me, I'm gonna be really honest with you. What it is when it gets a little too theatrical. The concept of the Met Gala is insane in general, but when it gets too theatrical, I have to. I remind myself that there's actually people being starved to death.
Well, yeah,
currently,
and
it's just giving Hunger Games. And when it's just like a party, I'm not as disgusted.
Well, they talked about how they had the protesters or whatever, but the protesters were they were able to keep the protesters far enough that they didn't really affect them.
Exactly.
Just take a couple more steps back.
Yeah, they were mad. They were like a mile away. They were like a mile away. I give the protesters props for still protesting when you're a mile away from the thing that you want to protest.
You're just screaming.
Yeah. That people were able to still get down and take photos and stuff like that and do whatever they need to, like there was no protesters there at all.
That's wild.
That's crazy. For them to still be protesting, I give them props. Like clearly, you're getting pushed away where no one's even seeing you, and you're not even like, Ariana Grande, Kristen, did she kill it?
No.
She looks like she's unhealthy.
Her and Homegirl had the same dress on, just hers was mother of pearl and then the other one's was wood.
What's up with Zoe
Saldana with the Chloe belt? Come on now. Bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is wild.
She
looks
like a Forever 21.
I'm not gonna lie, she looked like she's going to like a bar downtown.
Coachella.
So bad.
Yeah, Coachella. She do like she just came from Coachella. Holy crap. Oh shoot. You liked Kylie Jenner's outfit or not?
No, I don't care.
There was that one that had the reveal, and it was like a cape under. What was it? I can't remember her name. Oh, what about Keke Palmer?
I
like
love her. She's my queen.
She look like a mummy.
I just didn't care for the outfit.
What look Chloe somehow? Why does she look like an old?
She looks. Yeah, keep scrolling.
I'm trying to see. Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, she killed it.
She looked beautiful. I wish her wig would have had a little bit of a root shadow, just like
that's a wig,
just like a level 7.
What does that mean? Explain to the men
when
in the
you
room.
see how bright her wig is from the root to the end.
Yeah.
I like it when there's just like a little bit of a root shadow. It takes it away from so Barbie to
makes it look a little natural.
From Barbie to Bombshell.
So essentially, what you're saying is that the root would have actual more color in it.
A little slightly,
almost as if it's so it show more, because that's probably a wig straight from the root of it. That's all wig then. Anybody that's wearing a wig, that's how it works. But okay. Oh, they don't blend it with the...
So you can put it's called a root shadow. Mm-hmm. So towards the base of your hair, you just make the hair slightly darker, and it makes the ends, in fact, look brighter, and it also looks like just more natural.
Kristen,
that's the hair news from Kristen. What about Mindy? We got Mindy
Kaling. She looked beautiful. I loved her big dress.
Oh, Odell is cool. The dudes don't really get much love out here like that. Like as far as like the fits.
Because they usually just wear black.
Yeah, I'm trying to see anyone else that you could have that we need Kristen's opinion on. Who's this Greta Lee in low? This outfit.
Let me see.
This one.
Oh, yeah, it's chill. It's still away there.
Let's see. Who is this? Taylor Russell.
Yeah. Okay. So her dress. See how that's wood? That's
wood. Is that real wood?
Wood.
That's dope. Actually,
that's dope.
It's incredible. And so, but my issue was this was perfect alone. But then Ariana Grande is wearing a mother of pearl. So it's a same dress, same bottom, but similar bodice.
Was right.
And then it's just, I get what they were doing. Like that's cool.
Oh, so they did that on purpose?
I mean, it's Loewe, so it's kind of like a collection, I would assume.
Oh, same brand. It's the same brand.
Yeah.
The wood one looks way
that wood
better.
thing is crazy.
Yeah. That's
Do they
fun.
just? But this is all like. Is this on? Why is Jack Harlow here? And he looks like he's working the event.
He does.
Like a valet.
Yeah, he looks like he's working. Like that's crazy. Who's
That's?
this? Oh yeah, that's her. Yeah, this is her.
I love that.
Aurora James. That's
It's
crazy.
just so beautiful.
I wonder what it is.
It looks like a blunt wrap.
Okay. Stop.
Oh man, I feel you though, Chris. And people are dying all over the world and stuff, and you got a bunch of rich people just
Fucking rolling themselves in blunt wraps. What is that?
Amanda German. Who's this? Paul Messler. I'm trying to see any other celebrity that'd be worth it. Is this Nicki Minaj was there? Nicki Minaj was there?
Nikki Lewinsky? Oh, I did see. Her dress is very beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
It's very on the nose, but it's very on the nose in a very Nicki Minaj way.
Wait, on the nose of the theme.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Is that Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish was there?
No.
That's
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Tits!
This is cool. So this is gel. This is not water,
It's
essentially.
gel. She said that, yeah.
That would make sense because I was thinking, would this dry up by the middle of the night?
But imagine like what her seat looks like when she sits up. It's crazy.
Well, what goes on in there? Is it an award show? Is it a party? I thought it was a party.
Or I guess you walk around and look at stuff, right? I have no idea.
Yeah. Kim didn't look. Oh, so she's not wearing normal heels under there. She's standing on her tippy toes in there.
Oh, dang.
On my tippies. Damn, it's crazy how skinny Kim is.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
I heard she had to leave because she was so uncomfortable, though.
That would make sense. Erykah Badu looking fly.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Where's Beyonce at?
She doesn't go.
And where's Drake at? How come Drake hasn't pulled up to this thing? I seen that when I was looking
Probably
at it.
not invited.
No, I seen that. There's like the list of 8. There's a list, an active list of A-list celebrities who have never gone to the Met Gala, and they say because the designer that you end up wearing usually picks you and
Invites you to their
and
table.
all that stuff. But
Because that's the thing is the designers will buy a table and then they put who they want at their table.
there's some weird fits there. Yeah. There's always next year. You'll see us there.
Yeah, you'll see me
hosting. We'll be hosting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm calling it now.
The same desk. See us there in a year. At the top of the stairs.
I can't believe
people
Kanye
down.
pulled up to this wasn't he wearing like a Dickies jacket?
Did he really?
Yeah, he did something crazy.
And Kim, he was like wearing just like some pants and a Dickies jacket, and Kim's like wearing something crazy, and he's just standing in the background with his hands in his pockets. Wasn't that was that year, right? Yeah,
That's fire, though.
Yeah.
Shout out the boy.
But where's the band at? Hey, shout out the boy. But where's the man at?
Hey, man.
T Will exclusive.
It's your boy T in the building.
Hey, it's your man, Christian Williams.
Not your man.
No, sorry, take that back. We'll take it back. It's your man, Sin Supreme.
Nope. They know now.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Thanks for tuning in for 205.
Is that 205? I thought it was 210.
It could be whatever we want it to be.
Because we do that. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, we won't be back till next year. But stay tight.
Yeah, he was wearing a Dickies jacket.
Later, folks.
End of the day podcast.